does. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what work is. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what thirst is. I've had a taste of evil and tried to cure the sickness, but I just keep my head down and focus on the facts. I'm setting down gravel while you just follow the path. I'll lead them into battle while you're just too scared to act. I'll leave the knife right in my back. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling. than does. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
Yo, what's happening? What's happening, y'all? Give me just a second. I'm gonna get set up. Okay, can you all hear me a little better? Sometimes I know it's hard when I first come back on. It's really bad for you. It's really hard for y'all to hear me. So if y'all can hear me, let me know. Well, I was trying to log into this website and I can't get in here. I don't know what the hell just happened, but I was trying. Yeah, you can't hear anything because I muted. I told you guys, give me just a second. So I was trying to mute for a minute so I could get logged in, and I couldn't. I don't know what the fuck just happened. It won't let me log in. So yes, I was checking the email trying to get in. I was trying to get in there, Gretchen. I was trying there. I was trying to get into the email that you sent me and type in that password so I could get up and get the court docs pulled up so we could go over them. And the password won't work. So I'm like, are you kidding me? What the fuck just happened? So that's what I'm doing. Give me just a sec. So this email that I got, they sent me the link to the courts, right? So I got on there. I type in the username and password they gave me, and for some reason it won't take it. I don't know if it's because I'm like in a different, if I'm maybe it's like a different link or I don't know, but it won't let me do it. So if anybody else has it and can pull it up, or you paid the $5 for it already, I guess come on up. If not, then I'm gonna see if I can try to get in. I don't know why it's not letting me. I don't know what's going on, but I guess we'll try it again, see if we can get it again. Okay, let's see. Log in. Okay. Okay, I want to use my account. That's how I'm doing it. Username. Okay, let me type this in here. Paste. I'll just copy and paste it. And I wonder if it's at like Gmail or if it's just like the name. Hopefully it's just the name. Let's go back here and see. We'll try it out again. You log in with the password you created. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right, let's see if it'll let us in here. And we're going to pull these up on the screen so that everything, you got to be fucking kidding me. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I'm irritated with it and I'm done fucking with it. So if there's anybody else that can do it, that's cool. If not, that's cool. Otherwise, I wanted to get on here and read them, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not tech savvy. It's not letting me log in. It keeps saying wrong username, wrong password, and I'm already irritated with it. So hell with it. If there's somebody else that can do it, come on up. If not, then it is what it is. We'll just have to go over them and I'll read them to you guys or read them out. Yeah, it's an entire pain in the fucking ass to get on there and stuff. And I had so many emails coming in and people that were trying to help me, and they were in the back chat and they were trying to pull it up, and I got screenshots of it. But I wanted to read it directly from the website, so that there's no questions. Nobody can say anything else that, you know what I'm saying? We don't get financially fucked over here or nothing. You know what I'm saying, y'all. Shit. I do not have the patience for all that. I have no fucking patience at all, but I was trying, because I love yous. I love my little bumble babies. Okay, well, here, I'll go back in. We'll try it one more fucking time. If I don't get it this time, that's it. That does it. No, it keeps saying the username is wrong. So, I tried Gretchen. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on, but it's not letting me in with Gretchen the Great. It's saying that's not the right one. So I don't know. I have no idea. It's not working. If anybody else has it, let me know and I'll send you the link. Otherwise, I have no way to get in here and I'm not paying $5 a fucking page because fuck that. First of all, I don't have the money for it. Secondly, I'm just not doing that. So hell no. But um okay, Deets, let me go in here. I'll try it again one more time. Let's see if I can try it with yours. I was trying it with this one here real fast. We'll see if we can pull it up real quick. Because I was going to go over it like page by page so that people could read it, if they really needed to, or you know what I'm saying? If they wanted to see. Okay, let's see here. How do we make this bigger? Okay. All right. Let's see if we can just copy and paste this because that's a heck of a password or that's a heck of a name. It's a heck of a name, girl. Shit. Look at you guys helping a chick out here. Okay, we'll get back over here again. You girls are great. Look, if I didn't have you girls, I would be pissed off already. I wouldn't even be. I'm grateful for you and Gretchen, both y'all, for real, because it's a challenge, that's for sure. I don't know, maybe it's like case sensitive, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to use, well, and then it makes you type in that weird thing or whatever, I don't know. It's kind of odd to me, I think. It makes you type in that, like, making sure you're not a robot or whatever the hell it is. Okay, I'm going to mute and we're going to fill this out and I'll be right back to pop it on the screen. Hey, love, is there a way to send, is there a way for you to send it to where I can just copy and paste it? Because with the password like that, there's no fucking way it's going to let me go back and forth. And like, I have no idea about the numbers and the little, you know, percentage sign and F52 percentage up, arrow down. It's a whole fucking shit show, you guys. What the fuck? Can we just have the goddamn indictments? I mean, goddamn it. Why you guys got to make it so fucking hard to get a hold of these fucking documents? The fuck? Deets, I sent you an email and said, hey, is there any way to like copy and like, is there a way to type that out to where I can just copy and paste it? And, you know what I mean? Copy and paste it in here to where it just pops up and I don't have to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. If not, it's okay. I'm just going to give up and say, fuck it. And we'll just read them off the phone if we have to. Hell with it. I was going to fucking put them up on the screen so everybody could see them, but I can't. I ain't got the fucking patience for it. I just really don't. Or if there's somebody else that's got a laptop or Deets, you want to come back up, whatever works. I just don't have the patience for it. You know what I mean? And while we're at it though, we're going to do a little bit of YouTube etiquette again. When we're on panel and we're discussing something, please try to remember it is rude to come up and pop up in the conversation when you are talking about something totally different. Sorry, my little one came out, so I had to mute. So anyhow, if we're like in the middle of a discussion or something and you have something to add, I don't mind popping up, to add to the conversation. And I know that sometimes, like earlier, she was having a hard time getting up on panel while we were talking. But it is kind of rude to come in and interrupt a conversation when we're on something else, something different, and then you come in and start talking about something, that we were discussing an hour ago. Also, someone actually made a video and was upset with me because I did not share their link. Okay, so one thing I want to say is I try to be nice and I try to share links, and I've actually had to put a stop to sharing people's links because they're getting jealous or getting angry that I didn't share their link enough, or I didn't share their link first, or that's not required of me. I do that on my own to be nice. I've had to build my channel myself, and that's something I try to help everybody with because I like to help people. I really do, but I'm not going to deal with the baby ass games with you shared my link and you shared this person's link and didn't share mine and whatever. We're not going to do all that. Like I said, I'm not required and don't have to share anybody's links. I do that to be nice. I do that because I like to help people and I want to make sure that, they get credit for their videos as well. That's the whole reason I started linking people. And not to mention, I like to help the girls, get their community tabs and things like that. When you're a creator, it's really important. It's really important to some people. If you want to have a discussion about your channel or something you need help with, use my email. Do not come up here on the panel and disrupt what's going on to ask questions or to promote your own channel. That's not what we do over here. Okay. I just want to, put a couple little, panel etiquette out there. We're going to start having like a panel etiquette 5-minute session every day to remind people. Also, if I drop the link, Yes, it is okay to come up and hang out. You know what I mean? That's fine. But sorry. So anyhow, like I enjoy you guys. I enjoy hanging out with everybody. Like I enjoy having fun. I enjoy laughing and joking with you guys. Don't get me wrong. You know I do. But I also get a little frustrated and a little irritated because I try my best to be nice. I try my best to help, and I feel like sometimes it gets taken advantage of, and it's really irritating. It's really rude and it's really irritating. And for you to make a video and throw a fit and get mad at me because I didn't share your link or I didn't share your YouTube video, sometimes I won't. If you're somebody that sits and begs for money or says, you know, you can't pay your bill because you don't have the money and this is every single month or every single time, I'm not going to send my subscribers over there to be financially supporting somebody. I'm not going to do that, okay? So if I don't know your channel and I don't fuck with your channel or something, you need to email me and we'll go over it. But to come in here and expect me to promote your channel link or be upset with me because I didn't is a big crock of shit. Like I said, nobody fucking supports me. Nobody fucking promoted my fucking link. Nobody went and, promoted my fucking link and grew my channel. Nobody else fucking, I mean, I plugged Salty's channel. I've plugged so many fucking channels. It's unbelievable. And I don't have a problem doing it. I'm still going to do it. I enjoy helping people. But what you're not going to do is try to make me feel bad or feel guilty because I didn't share your link or I didn't help you grow your channel. It's not my responsibility to grow your channel. Okay. So I know, if I got a couple emails from the same person and I'm really getting fucking irritated with you. I've been trying to be nice. I mean, I've been nice several times. If anybody comes up and asks a question, I try to be nice. If they need help, I try to help them. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just really fucking shitty that when I try to help somebody out, or you know what I mean, I mention people's channels or links or plug their stuff, and then that's why I had to stop doing that. Now I got to set up a Nightbot to do it, to drop certain links. And after I got that fucking email, I just shut the whole Nightbot down because I'm not required to share anybody's links. I do it because, like, again, I like you guys. I want to support y'all. I think we should stick together as creators. And I think it's really nice to share links and, I mean, let other people come and watch videos and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of really pissed off when I got that fucking email. It pissed me clean the fuck off. So there's that. Now we're going to go back into trying to get these fucking papers. We're gonna get back on the subject of adventures with a purpose, being indicted for the R word. Now here's the StreamYard link. I'm gonna drop it in the chat for a minute. Anybody that has this or can help, come on up, help me walk me through it or whatever, or pull it up on your screen and bring it up or come up. Oh, did you, Tim? Okay, I'll go check it then real fast. Yes, Thumb Thug, we do. We drop links constantly, and some people, it's just not good enough, and that pissed me the fuck off. So I just said, that's it. I've had enough, and I'm done. And that was that, it is what it is. All right, baby, I'll check it. Hey, Kate, what you doing, girl? Look at you, beautiful.
I can pull up the screenshot I sent you, and then I think Deet said she sent you proof that
Well, she did. She's got Deets. I have the, you know what I mean, the username and password and stuff. And I tried to log in, and for some reason, it will not let me. It just keeps bringing me, cutting me back and saying the wrong username. I don't know what the fucking hell I'm doing wrong.
I think she said she emailed you screenshots though, so maybe
okay.
check them real quick.
She emailed me a screenshot, and I was trying to like copy and paste it real fast. To see
I can share the one I sent you, but it's only like the first page. I don't know if you want more than that.
Yeah, I was wanting to read the indictments, like from, you know what I'm saying? The indictment from the courthouse, like the long one. Here, let's see here. Yeah, I put that one in and it wouldn't work for some reason. Let me go try it. Let me try it right now while I'm on the phone with you here. Okay, hold on. Okay, we got that. Let's see here. Because if you look in the back, go look in the private chat, Kate. Maybe you can try to log in with that too on yours, but it's the Utah courts.
All right, let me try. Hold on.
And yeah, it makes you
exchange. I think I can figure it out. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't say the numbers and stuff up out loud or none of that. You know what I mean? But B Tim, you up here, babe?
Yeah, what's up? You got the 2-page PDF one with the document I sent you, the PDF?
It's got it's on the I have that on the Discord or whatever. Email it to myself to pull it up, but I was trying to get the Utah, from straight from the court website. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was from the court website. You pay for 50 cents for it. That was they only have filing information indictment, and they only have filed summons issued proposed, electronic notification, filed summons issued, return electronic notification. And
it won't let me either, saying something about exceeding the number of concurrent logins or something like that.
I sent you a new email, Queen, that has all of those in it.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why you can't re-log in. I was able to twice, but maybe you just could only log in a few times.
Yeah, you might only be able to re-log in from your IP address because it's like if you did it as like a one-time user.
Yeah, maybe like a guest. That's what you're saying.
Because that's how I paid for them, is like you could create an account or pay as a guest. I just did it as a guest.
Yeah.
So if you did it as a guest, they probably do it per like IP address.
Yeah. And they try
something.
Yeah, but I don't see there's any different documents in the two, like the one I sent, which was 2 pages. Is there a longer one than that?
No, just the 2 pages. Yeah. I just went ahead and gave her also like how it looks on the app, when you first open it up, and it's got like the orange and everything, just for proof that's where it came from.
B Tim, if you have them, will you just pull them up? If you have
I have it, and also I sent you the PDF as well.
That's on my phone. I'm on this laptop, so like it's 2 separate. I would have to email it to myself. So if you have them, just pop them up. Yeah. I just want to read it. I just want to have the indictment right here on here while we're. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure it's straight from the courthouse. It's straight from there. We have it pulled up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no problem. Just give me a second. I gotta do it from my computer, I think. Let me see.
No, that's okay. I was trying to do the same thing, and I was trying to get it ready. That's what took me so long too. Is I kept trying to download them, and I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I couldn't get in there. And then it was like somebody said something about $5 a page. I'm like, oh
no, it's not. It's 50 cents a page.
Oh fuck! Okay, I thought you said $5 a page. I'm like,
no, it's $5 initial deposit, and then 50 cents for each copy, and then 20 cents for search.
Well, and there's only 2 pages. Then you said.
Yeah, it's just 2. No, it's not 50 cents per page, per copy, basically. So let me just.
Yeah, I use that link, Gretchen. You want me to pull you up here, or you want to stay back there?
Let me just present, share screen.
Okay, pull her up. Okay, baby, you're up here.
Hey,
I see you back here. Okay.
You have to have, like, if you've already pulled up that court website, even if you're not logged in, you can't you can't have that tab open anywhere. Like, it's a pain in the ass. All Utah court tabs have got to be closed. Like you've never been. I cleared my browsing history for the last hour just to get logged back in. That's the third time I've bought that account.
I should have done that because I got like 15 tabs open right now.
It's probably designed that way so that people don't go out and abuse it It's probably part of their security system in their website, and
Well,
it
they
may
see if
go
I
stole
to
can-
money
IP.
from me. I'm going to be suing. Their name's going to be on that website here for long. I
Let
had
me
to pay
see
for
if
the
I can
account 3
upload.
times.
I mean, I'm gonna upload the document. See if that works from my computer. See if that works. Here, do you see it?
Holy fuck, it's hard. I don't know how Ickmel just got the shit and was up from ready to pulling it up like he
Do you
He
did.
see
got
it?
his
No,
off
no, no.
SF Investigates Twitter.
Queen, do you see the document in the slideshow?
What slideshow? I don't even see a
I
slideshow.
put up the document in the slideshow.
Do you need to share screen?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like,
There we go.
Yeah, I
Wow.
put up a document inside. That's it. That's a 2-page one. I can go to the second page. I think you just need to drop the chat so people can read it.
yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, is there a way to zoom in a little bit on that?
Control and the plus button, I think.
Yeah, let me see if I'm just kind of doing this new. Control.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Fucking smoke them.
Control.
Control and plus or control and mouse click. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I don't know what. Well,
Yeah,
we got to the second page.
Yeah, I can go to the second. I'm trying to see how to zoom. Sorry, guys, for the
There's more than
hour.
2 pages though. There was like
That's what I thought. And then
I only
there's
saw
like
2 pages. I only saw 2 pages on the all the documents I downloaded.
well, once you can get logged into my account, it's already preloaded with money. So just click purchase and it'll take from the balance. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to do this in my head because I had to close out, but there's like.
Okay, so what you want to do, Penny, whoever who's talking, you want to download
Gretchen.
the file. Gretchen, you want to download if you have your computer, you can download the document on your computer.
I can't figure out how to download it. I've tried. It says I can print it.
No,
I printed the PDF.
No. You see the little thing, like little folder thing right next to print? It says download, and then you can download it on your computer. It's right next to the printer.
Oh, I'm not on my computer. I don't have it.
Oh, that's, you
can I do it
can't
on my
download
phone?
them on the phone, honey. That's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you
That's
could tell
probably
me,
why it
if
doesn't
you
give
could
me
toss
the
me a
option.
link on
You
the
probably don't have the option, baby.
Yeah, if you could tell me a link.
Do you
to the
see
multiple-
my password, my login in the private chat?
Yeah, baby. I seen you want to. Okay, beat him.
Ask him to see it. And tell him to
Can
close
you-
out of his login or his court document website and try to use that because it's already preloaded with money. It's 26 for the search.
It's not gonna use your account for mine because it's a different IM. Just tell me what's the name of the document you want me to look for.
You gotta pay for it. That's what we're saying.
There's
You
a
have to pay
buttload
for
of
it.
them.
Yeah, you got to pay for them when you go in. It's the Utah court documents, the username and passwords back here. She's already got it set up. And if you go in there, she's telling you there's money on it to purchase them and put them up on the screen.
Like, don't think when you click purchase, you have to pay for it because it deducts from what I've already put in there.
Right.
Because what I'm right now at the website. I know that we're doing this is terrible on the stream. We're doing this. I'm at the case history document section. Is there a different section on the website?
No, there's a different link. The one that was in Reddit or the one I originally gave Queen was not the correct one. I sent it to her email.
Yep.
Whatever that was.
Can you drop it in the chat?
So that's the one that we want to go to.
Yes, that's the one you want to go to, and you click on Login Exchange, and don't go in as a guest. Go in as the middle one. Log into your account, and that's where you put in my username and the password. But everybody who's tried to log in under my, if they've logged in,
if you could just tell me but if you could tell me the name of the website. Can you type in the website?
Utah
let me see it.
Okay, it's not the.
Let me go check my email.
Utah Courts Exchange is what you gave me. Utah Courts Exchange is what she gave me. So
here
that's right.
That's what I have. Utah Courts and then it's X and change. Exchange. You know what I mean?
I put it in. It's in private chat form.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I've tried. I'll try it one more time, but I don't want to keep trying it if he's gonna go in and try.
Yeah, let him try. Since he hasn't tried it yet, it may have locked you out.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if it didn't.
It locked me when I tried. It said there was too many. I tried once and it said there was too many logins or something like that.
Yeah, it may have
probably everybody in there.
Yeah.
Well, anybody that's up here can get into it because you guys can all see the private chat. You know what I'm saying? So
let me make sure I've logged.
I didn't go into it. I was waiting to see. I was working my way around. I was waiting to see if somebody else pulled it.
Earth, what you got to add, babe?
Hey, I'm looking through. What I'm curious about is if this is actually happening And because they're public figures, why isn't this breaking online? Why aren't there articles about it?
Today, right now.
It just broke out this morning.
Yeah, it just.
I know, but I haven't seen any articles by news affiliates breaking this.
Well,
I've been on Google, I've been on MSN, I haven't seen anything.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know.
And I've been through a couple of courts because I have a couple of sites for courts, and I haven't seen any of his uploads. And there's a lot of people uploading this shit on Reddit.
Yeah.
And they're the actual court papers.
Well,
Yeah,
SF Investigates has them all on his Twitter. That's
I
their
was gonna say, I just seen his Twitter too.
Yeah.
I just seen his Twitter. But
I'm
see,
sure
I don't want
his
to pull
are
it.
just
I don't want
as-
to pull it from somebody else's social media.
No.
I pull it from Reddit. I don't want to pull it from Twitter. I want to.
Oh, I don't want you to either because I paid for it.
Right.
Use my money.
Well, we don't want to be getting fucking sued or having any kind of
hell
issues.
no.
If we pulled it up from somewhere else. You know what I mean? So
No.
I want to make sure we cover our ass all the way around.
That's why I thought it would be better to view it from the actual
Yep.
website
Oh, yeah.
instead of downloading it like earlier when I could have downloaded it and then just sent it to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been the same thing as a screenshot. It would have been better. It was showing that it come from because I mean it's pretty lengthy. And I didn't
Oh, yeah.
purchase anything extra. Like I didn't click purchase not one time because I was like, I'm not fitting to do this again. I'll wait for her to do
Did
it.
you find it, beats him?
I can't
NorCal girl.
I can't find this multi-page document. I only found I'm only at the history, and I
Did you
cannot
type in? Did you search for him by his case number or last name?
Case number. I'm at the page. I can show you the page, and you can just tell me if I'm.
Yeah, pull up the page and let me see what it looks like, and then I'll walk you through it.
What would it actually be under? Crimes?
Okay.
Here,
It says
Criminal.
the Sun. Okay. The
There's
Sun.
too many people up here trying. I want to get this up. So you want me to have you guys pop down, or you guys want to just mute, or what? Because I'm getting really irritated. So
that's fine. This is what it is. Whoever's Gretchen. This is where I'm at.
yeah, walk.
can't
You want
see
me to
your
put it up?
screen.
Hold on. We gotta add your. Hold on. We gotta add your. Don't. Oh, we're sharing. Okay, hold on here.
You can put like a panel in front.
Add to stream. Okay, right there. There we go. Okay.
Okay, that's okay. Do you see where it says purchase?
Yeah, and I did, and then multiple. I purchased them all, and they're all 2 pages each.
Okay, well show them.
Yeah, let's pull them up.
That's good. You're there. You've got them. That's them. If you
Oh,
purchased them, then you've got them there. All you gotta do is pull them up now.
Yeah, I'll just pull them up.
Okay, well that works. So he figured it out. It was probably us trying to log in too much, and me still being logged in on my account, forgetting that log off.
Yeah, you know what? I bet that's probably right because I'm like, there's, I can't get in. There's too much. It keeps locking me out. I don't like technology because I'm not very good at it.
Them captures were making me really mad too. Like
I get
couldn't
so
read half of them.
frustrated with it, you guys. I get so fucking irritated. I get so irritated with it, you guys.
I
You
don't
were
know
doing
what
great.
I don't know what made me remember I needed to log out, but something just said log out because I think it might have popped up saying because I had used Google at one point thinking maybe I could my Chrome search engine instead, thinking maybe I could download from there. And then it wouldn't let me because I had it open in Safari. So that's what made me think, oh shit, I gotta close out mine for her to get in. And then you tried too much, so.
Yeah,
He's
Kurt,
got it, I guess.
come up, man. You know what's going on? Did you hear about this already?
Now my PDFs are getting issues. Oh my god!
I was gonna say, I hear you.
He is clicking away over there.
Yeah, I hear it going.
Those clicks are getting harder and harder and harder.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Now my PDF, I can't open up a PDF.
Oh my
what's
god,
going
you
on?
guys.
Like this is just disaster. This is
Isn't it though?
for you.
But that's
I
okay.
swear I almost printed them.
Put yours
I
up,
almost
baby.
just printed every
What?
single one of them.
My screen. I have the screenshot I can put up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you got the screenshot of the first, is it the first page of it?
It's just like the first page where it lists the charges and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's pop that up real fast, honey. We'll look at that
I
while
think I
we
showed that. That
figured
was a
out.
2-page one.
Next time I will just print it out and mail it. That way it'll be faster.
It will be quicker. Yeah, absolutely.
You'll get there quicker.
I'm
Jeez,
positive.
I'm telling you.
Well,
This is what
I guess
happens.
since you got it semi figured out, I think there's like if you end up screwing up, you have to like wait 30 minutes to log back in.
Yeah.
So
Right.
if you screw up, then just it's okay. They'll still be there. Jared's not going anywhere. Well, at least I don't think. So we'll
He
wait.
said he wasn't even in the damn state, and he wasn't even here. He's not even here. I guess he's out of state on vacation or something. I don't know, but
All right, I'm gonna pop down, y'all. Bye.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. Sorry it was so difficult. It really
No, it's
shouldn't have been
okay.
that hard.
I appreciate you because, like I said, I couldn't figure it
Their
out.
ass
anymore.
has scammed me out of money. I'm not happy.
Yeah, what the hell?
If you got, so that's it.
I mean, I could have bought a lot of Utah records, but I don't know
Yeah.
anybody in Utah. So, all right, bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Where'd Earth go? Is she still up here? You just muted? Oh, you ain't even up here no more.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Here we go.
The drama stream now. We're gonna have the drama now.
Oh, we ain't having it. Nope, they ain't having it.
I mean, like what I've read for the document, it says
Oh.
the 2-page document. It says statement of probable cause. Did you see that one?
Oh, I have that one too.
Yeah.
I have the screenshot of that as well.
Yeah, I have the document, the statement of probable cause.
Captain Kurt, you coming up, you coming up, honey? You coming up on here to talk to us? So you said you had 2 questions.
All right.
Oh, she said Don Wells's court documents in Utah. You could use it on that. You know what I mean? Use it for that or whatever.
At least we learned one thing today. We know how to do slideshow from someone's computer. So I learned that.
Right.
Hold on. All right,
Look at how well we worked as a cohesive team.
Yeah, you're clicking and stuff, honey. You want me to put the screen thing up? You know how?
No, it's all right. I got it.
Okay, all right. I just didn't want you to share something.
See incriminating evidence from Kate Does Crime.
Yeah, I had to slide it over to my other screen.
What does she do with her lizards that we don't know? Behind.
All right, you're good. You can take it down now.
Okay, what's up? You up here, Kurt?
Yeah, what's up? No, I feel a little bit better. Everybody's probably gonna, you can't believe you're saying that, but I just didn't see a judge's name. And I do now though. I was like, man, where's the judge's name? Because
Mandy Larson.
Yeah, now I see it, but on the first paper I didn't see it. So it was kind of weird to me. It was like, yo, this paper came from who knows where, but now that makes more sense.
Yeah, we were kind of nervous when it first broke earlier this morning. I'm like, oh, I don't even want to say that too much. Ikmel was going over it, and I'm like, wow, I don't know if we were kind of nervous to speak on it.
I'll say this. I wonder if this is part of the reason why they didn't want to accept any reward money.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. Yeah, now that I started thinking about it, I was like, wow, there's some shit going on. We didn't even know about this.
Yeah.
Seems like he's been putting Doug kind of like front and center lately too, so maybe he knew it was coming.
Yeah, and I was like surprised when I was watching Ekamel's because I didn't know that he was in trouble with the SEC with the whole pump and dump scheme he did in 2001.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently he basically had shares in a company, and he had like 20,000 shares. And then he then went on social media, told people about buying it. And then a half hour, once it doubled or tripled in price, he sold. And then he made like $195,000 in profit, and he had to give it back.
Oh, that's inside trading, man. That's no good right there.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't inside. No, that was like a pump and dump scheme. What happened is he used social media. Like he bought a bunch. This is what a pump and dump is because I do stocks.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's also along the lines of like inside trading. You know what I mean?
Well, No, it's a pump and dump. It's a pump and dump. Yeah, it's 100% a pump. It's like you basically buy a bunch of shares and you're very famous. You tell a bunch of people, oh, it's going to blow up, and they all buy it, and then you sell out a half hour later. It's done.
You pump up the stock and then you dump it off.
Yeah, and it's done a lot on cryptocurrency because it's not regulated in cryptocurrency right now. A lot of people do that in cryptos. So I actually pulled up the security thing that Icamel was actually pulling up, like I actually was reading, and I was like, wow, I'm surprised no one talked about this from 2001.
Oh, I can pull that up too, his like story or whatever.
Yeah, no, I actually pulled up the U.S. Securities Exchange commissioning thing that he was reading from. But that was crazy. I was like, wow, no one talked about that. But I guess all the skeletons are coming out of the closet now. And then, like, he did an interview with a former Icamel's live stream. He talked to a former employee that was there as well. And apparently, he said, like, oh, yeah, he told everyone in the inside of AWP the story, but he changed it and made it sound like more like, I guess, the 12-year-old story, I'm thinking, what it sounded like. And said there might be some information eventually coming out. So if you want to listen to the Icamel interview with the guy, that's what the guy's claiming, that they were told basically the more palatable story that Jared basically is saying. If you catch my drift.
So the lesser of the evilness.
So he was telling a different story to make it sound better?
Yeah, like the story, like how he was trying to say in the email, like he was like 12 years old or
yeah,
something.
I feel like that's kind of similar. He probably went and told all his coworkers and everything. He was around 12.
That's what he did.
Yeah, that's what he's told. That's what the guy said in the interview with Icamel today. He was a former diver, and he actually said that's what the situation was.
Was it Sam?
No, it was another guy. I'm trying to.
Was it Dan?
I mean, one moment. I had his name up on Icamel's thing. One moment, guys. I'm sorry, but it wasn't Sam.
Dan. Is it Dan? Dan?
I'm going to pull it up right now. Give me a moment.
I'm kind of confused on why he would even say that, though, because rape's rape regardless. Like, you could be a 9-year-old and rape a 5-year-old, and it's still rape. It doesn't matter the age.
It was actually Anthony 994 NY Diver X AWP. That's what it says on the thing.
Can I share his picture, Queen? Because people are asking, like, which one he is.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead, honey.
Oh, Anthony. So it was Anthony. Thank you.
Jared was the one that didn't show his face much during the Kylie Rodney case at all.
No, Jared was the one showing his
Absolutely.
face.
He did. Well, I was going to say everybody else. Doug did the interviews. I mean, Jared did a few. But
after on social media.
Yeah.
A lot of them was Nick and
Doug.
Doug, yeah.
Yeah, he was all over. He was on Zavgrel's panel with Ryan Upshurt. He jumped on there with him.
Yeah.
So he was on a few panels.
Fuck, I forgot all about that goddamn.
I was like saying to myself,
Ryan donated to him.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if they were so they didn't want to reach out to nobody and take anything because they were going to incriminate. Well, not only incriminate themselves, but they were going to turn over a lot of people looking into them.
Good point.
And like if you think about it, Utah is very close to California. I'm tempted to go back and look at all the cases that they've done in California. If he's gave the lead to somebody else so that his name and his face wasn't out where local to close to where he was from.
Yeah, and Berna Proof says Jared was also on 10 to Life. He was the one that insinuating that Kylie Rodney could only say like she had shoes on and she was like naked.
Correct.
Man, that's creepy because they jumped real quick to get out there too.
Yeah, they did, and that was they kept saying this was their first open case, and
it is.
They never did this, and they were quick as hell to get out there. And then when they did a lot of damage control when it came out that they kept saying when they did, we got a video at the party, and then they come up and Nick was like, yeah, it's sketchy, or what did he say?
It looks suspicious
or something. Yeah,
suspicious. Doug said that coming up. It looks suspicious to me.
That's the probable state. That's the second page of the document I was trying to show. But that, yeah.
Well, like now my bad.
You go, man.
No, it's just weird to me. Like now those window breakers and that big push on that seems like that was just kind of to keep the attention off of what really was going on.
Possibly.
Yeah, no shit. And then you know what? They did a nice little money grab when they put that members only video out first, and everybody had to pay for it. They made some fucking nice money on that.
And let's not forget, they said they've got another video to follow to drop if it doesn't go the way they wanted it.
Right, that's the carrot in front of the face. Here, you're gonna do what I'm gonna tell you to do, and if you don't, I'm gonna put this out. And it was that's crazy. This could have been his legal fund right here.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. How much does it cost to pay a nice, a decent ass lawyer? He probably just made the money from that by the window breakers and just their members only and memberships. And
well,
stuff.
not only that, think of this: like a trial of your peers. Everybody after Kylie Rodney, not everybody, but a large majority of people knew who AWP was, and they backed them because they were finding missing people. So now you put this guy on a stand with a jury, and the jury thinks, oh, well, this happened in 98, but these people been families, whatever, 92, yeah, even longer. So they've been looking out for families. This dude's turned his life around. Like it could be taken a lot of different ways, man.
I don't think that. I mean, like, honestly, it sounds, if through the email exchange, it sounds like there's a history of some sort of
no, I'm not talking about through the courts. I'm talking about a trial of your peers. It's going to be really easy for his attorney to pick through a bunch of people that support AWP and support what they're doing. So if you support somebody and what they're doing,
if I had the evidence in front of me, I would probably throw. And if I saw the evidence, I would have no sympathy. I would throw his ass in a volcano.
Yeah, same.
But they wouldn't pick you as a juror. That's what my point.
I would have no sympathy.
They would say, no, you're good, bro. We don't need you.
You're talking to a person who has no mercy for those types of people. I have zero mercy.
Hey, man, if this ain't an example of you don't know who the hell you know until you actually have to know these people, damn.
I mean, you never know. I mean, that's the sad thing, because I feel bad for because I'm sure, like Doug, I mean, hopefully these people didn't know this situation, but
I'm sure they did.
Oh man, I hope they did not know the situation.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, it sounds
it sounds like it was fun.
It sounds like a lot of people in the family knew about this situation. Actually, I mean,
like even the 12-year-old story. If my employers told me like, oh, I was 12 years old, and I think this is the story he's trying to tell, and I could be wrong with the details, but don't quote me too much, but I'm being live streamed. But like he said, he was like 12 years old and he did it when he was 12. If my employer told me that he was 12 years old and slept with his first cousin, I'd be like, okay, I'm finding another job. Have a good day, sir. And I would walk out the door in our first meeting, because that would be some sketchy shit to be hearing.
Yeah, I'll be shocked. He says if the emails are real, which if they are, he says in the emails that his coworkers know about it and his family knows about it, and that he spoke with her mom and apologized. So apparently he's claiming everybody knows about it, which, isn't a good look, I think.
I'm sorry. If you're an addict, I got to go back to Willow's argument yesterday. If you're an addict and a criminal and you turn your life around and you go into being a chemical dependency counselor, any of that reform, you're a better person. But if you do these things, there's no way to reform yourself so that you should be out there dealing with people in vulnerable positions, because you have now become the predator. Or the perpetrator.
I in my opinion, there's three things that you cannot be redeemed with, and that's assaulting kids, assaulting women, and murder. So, volcanoes for you all. That's my opinion. Very harsh opinion, but that is my opinion on that matter.
Well, I think it's fair that he be registered as an offender, and people are aware.
Yeah, but that's if he gets. Yeah, if he gets convicted. But right now, that's what he's.
If he gets convicted, I feel like that would be the fair thing to do for the public.
Yeah, no, I would say if he actually, I would like to live in a world where we don't allow monsters to walk on the streets. But that's just my opinion. If you actually did this to your family, if he gets convicted of this and he actually did this to his family member, okay, that's.
I'm sorry, Tim. He admitted that he did it in these emails that have been outed.
Yeah, but you know how I am. I'm trying to be like.
I know. And I'm not trying, again, I go back to the Daryl Brooks thing. He, even though we had him on camera, or even the officer with George Floyd, they were all on camera.
Yeah.
They were on camera committing their crimes.
Yeah, I
This
get
is,
you. I get you.
you know
But
what
I
I
just
mean?
like to be very careful of what I say in serious things like this, because the guy still needs to be put into trial and convicted.
I agree.
Um,
I agree. And I can
so
appreciate it.
until that day comes, I'm not going to say anything about his. I'm just saying if he gets convicted, that's my opinion. But if he doesn't get convicted, then he's been cleared by a jury of his peers, and that's it. And we can't really say anything because that would be defamation, slander, and all that type of stuff. But we can't, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm very careful of it. But it's easy to jump on and let your emotions take over. We have to be very careful of what we say because, it's not our channel. And also, people can be held liable for what they say if it's wrong, if you catch my drift.
I agree, and I don't want Queen to ever get tarnished with the words that are said because she's willing enough to hold an open panel for us people. So
Yeah.
I fully own what I've said.
Yeah, I got you. That's why I'm explaining myself how I speak, basically.
A lot of people are asking, like, why now? And, like, if this is true, it seems as though maybe, like, something's sparked in her from all this Kylie stuff, and she reached out to him.
Well, it
The
looked like
grandmother died.
Yeah,
the grandmother died.
When did
The
that
grandmother
happen?
died.
Did it say what year? Or the grandfather, or one of them.
Somebody just died in his family. They talked about it.
Okay. So she said something about she couldn't go to the funeral. I didn't know that was recent, but I did see that where she said something about she didn't feel comfortable going to the funeral because she felt sick about it.
How to go to CVS. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm guessing, he admitted it in writing in the email, and then that's where she felt she had enough evidence to take it. And
yeah, I think maybe she just you have to realize probably this was a lot of family pressure to keep quiet, and maybe it took years of therapy and just understanding to basically get around the abuse, and eventually she might have just said to herself after seeing how imagine if a person who allegedly, we're going to say, assaulted you when you were a kid twice and now is being celebrated as a hero in front of you, and you can't even speak out about it, and you can't even go to family functions because this guy shows up and everyone's praising him. And I think at that point it would eventually get to a point where you might be able to bury it, but you might have in the back of your mind, well, what if he does this to other people? And I didn't see
from my opinion, and where I've looked at this working with victims in the past, this could also be a case that because she got an admission out of him in the emails, she can now speak publicly about it.
Yeah, it could be. And maybe that's why she got the straw that broke the camel's back was probably the funeral. And probably she's just started emailing him and she said, you know what, I don't want this guy to get away with it. And I don't want him to maybe do this to someone else. Maybe that's her thought process.
Hey, what if with the funeral, that meant that he was going to be exposed to other family members, young ones, and she's afraid that he might re-victimize and perpetrate doing the same things. Not saying that he did. I'm saying it's a wild moment of speculation on my part. Allegedly.
To me, it sounds like this was pushed under the rug. It sounds like originally when this happened, law enforcement was contacted. They had to have obviously done a rape kit on her. She wasn't speaking because whatever grandparent passed away was kind of keeping it locked up. Keep the family tight, keep everybody together. Don't say a word. Don't even speak about it. Once that
Kurt, one of the incidents happened while they were camping right above the grandparents sleeping.
And this probably, I mean, Kurt, this was happened in 1992 and there was probably no rape kit. So what happened was
that grandparent has probably felt guilt. They probably feel guilty and they probably don't want to be labeled. So they probably, old school people, man, it sucks to say, but father was molested and he didn't speak about it. He's dead and he still never spoke about it. You know what I mean? He never said a word because back then it was like, it was different. He explained to me it was different. It was unbelievable. Like it wasn't something that was happening. You know what I mean? It was
Well, you didn't speak about that back then. No, we didn't tell the dirty details.
So now this grandparent passes away. She reaches out to him. He confesses to it in an email, and that's all you need. There you go.
Yeah.
What if the grandparent had been protecting him and saying, no, 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 this didn't happen? That can happen in families as well.
I'm sorry. I'm maybe a little bit lost. What grandparent are we talking about? My
The
apologies.
grandpa died in 2021, and
Yeah,
she
I know
couldn't
about
go to his funeral because he was at the funeral and she didn't feel comfortable going. I believe she says in the emails that the grandparents knew, her mom knew, and didn't do anything about it. That basically everybody knew and nobody really, like, he was forgiven and they didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, which is a very crummy thing to do. I mean, this, imagine you have to basically hide being assaulted since you were 9 years old and everyone's just digging under the rug. So, sorry.
As we're seeing in the chat, there are many people that have survived just that.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people are attracted to trying to help other people that have been through trauma. So that's why a lot of people are in this community that have trauma, because they want to make sure other people aren't subjected to the same pain they were. So that's probably why you see that a lot in the chat.
I agree. Reach out to somebody if this is bothering you.
I mean, you can't be shocked. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was it. I just wanted to make sure that people reach out. If they need to talk to somebody, reach out. There is no shame in reaching out. It's okay to not be okay. It's just not okay to talk to somebody, to not talk to somebody.
So, Kurt, what do you think of this? I mean, like, this is like, did you hear any rumors, or did you just like this? You just heard about it today as well? Like
Just heard.
Else?
I just heard about it today. Let me order at McDonald's and I'll be right back, though.
Okay, cool, man. Cool, man.
Pretty bold for him to have, like, be so, to like jump in the YouTube spotlight. And I mean, he probably thought this would have never came out, I guess.
Well, there was no statute of limitation. Like, he probably thought there was the statute of limitation. Was, I mean, you're talking about something that happened 30 years ago. Also, you have to realize probably it's like, what evidence, he probably thought it was swept under the rug with the family. But I mean, but what I'm worried about is he talked about, like, this is like it sounded like the whole like the older generation did something like this, or this was some sort of like thing that was done. So it's just like there are more cases of abuse in this family that we're just scratching the surface in. Maybe that's.
Oh, well, she says that there was a lot of it in the family.
Right.
And that she believes there's more people.
More victims in their family from.
And I've heard that people are speaking out on Reddit about, but.
Deet said, did y'all see the victims' comments on Reddit? No, I haven't, but I just sent you, Kate. Will you do me a favor? Check your inbox and post those up. These are all the screenshots from the courthouse.
I mean, and also it just puts a dark, like when I read that sad thing, like when that are part of the bio that said, let me just pull up. Now for sad truth, that's just like very weird to me now. You think about it, like, who's this mysterious woman that he had a kid with when he was in high school? That is odd.
Hi, Heels.
Hi, Heels. Hey, Heels, you gotta have a lot.
We showed those, baby. Never mind. We showed them.
Yeah. Heels, you're gonna have a lot of clipping to do.
Don't show them.
No, baby, we already did. And okay. Heels, my last video, the last live we did before this one has a lot of information in it. I think Deet's probably got, she put some out though too with the AWP stuff.
Jeez. I have a feeling, and this is going to be kind of maybe like I said, there's going to be a lot of dirty deletes very soon if he gets convicted, of a lot of people that had him on a show.
Yeah, somebody said Zavgirl was already talking about deleting some of her videos, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I figured that would probably be the videos with it, like with him on a jumping on panel. Probably 10 to Live's going to do, and it's not to blame them because they didn't know jack shit this was happening.
Well, I can tell you right now, when Deet's read off the victim's statement of what he did to her, and when he held her down, and I think a lot of people were shocked to hear
How
that.
graphic it was.
Yeah, just in general, to even imagine him being the one that did this, at 17 years old to a 9 or 10-year-old, his cousin at that. And then she describes and says, this happened above grandma and grandpa's bed in the camper.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, like, that's just disgusting.
It's awful.
Shocking. It's shocking for sure, because
my
they
God.
like have like a hero, like, you know what I mean? They find people who have been missing for years, and they found like 20. So you look at them in such a light, and to find something like this out, it's like,
yeah,
It's like a villain posing as a superhero all this
well,
time.
I mean, like we've all known about his sketching financial stuff that he does, like how he pockets most of the profits and kind of screws over his workers that do the diving a lot of times earlier on in his career. But that's a whole separation story there. And we just talked about the 2001. Like, I can read you the 2001 thing, which was covered by Ickamil, actually, and most people covered it, actually, which basically alleged he did a pump and dump scheme in 2001. So it's like, most of his stuff was financial, but no one thought he was actually doing like this. Something was said about the DNA of a child in the unverified email, I believe. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing I was insinuating. I was like thinking, is this another one that he slept with when he was in high school that got pregnant? Or are we talking about the same woman, and maybe this is like the DNA evidence?
That's a great point, Sabrina. Look at BTK.
Let's see Sabrina's comment. I'm sorry. Look at BTK. That's some good level of compartmentalization. Oh, okay. My guy says that the father of that daughter we discussed earlier, the math aligned to be Tim. Yeah, that could explain it, because how could you bring a charge of forceful R without DNA? Well, if there's a kid involved.
Well, that I was gonna say, yeah, that just like Gretchen said, she said my gut says that he allegedly fathered that daughter that we discussed earlier. The math aligns beat him.
Yeah, and that's pure speculation, but the story just kind of aligns,
Right.
Unless there's another woman that he has slept with and had a child with while in high school. That's the only way I can think about that, but it's a very weird math.
Oh.
I mean, she would be really young like 10 years old. Is that even, I guess it's possible, but
Unfortunately, it is possible.
It is possible.
It is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in this world, people have found out it was possible.
I wonder if he's ever been in trouble before.
Oh yes, with the we read about 2001. He did the pump and dump
Oh,
scam. Also,
the charges. Okay, but so certain charges like burglary charges, sexual assault charges that you would leave DNA behind. When you get convicted of those charges, they require you to leave a DNA sample. They'll take that sample and they'll go back and they'll re-enter it in the computer and see if it gets any hits anywhere. So if he committed a crime after the DNA rape kit, whatever they had, something they had, he committed a crime after that, and they put his DNA into a database and it came back as a hit, that could be why you see it so long, so far out.
Yeah, but most of like the SEC usually just wants they usually just fine you. They don't take DNA. But does he have a criminal record other than just financial?
I don't know, because you know how I stand with that. I don't go digging offline.
Well, something tells me they got to have more than just these emails, because the lawyer would eat that.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
And especially because it comes from the AWP team. So it could be anybody writing them emails. You know what I mean?
Amen.
And that's what any lawyer would say that. They got to have something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, there's no statute of limitation on rape. So
in Utah.
Yeah, but they say R instead of the whole word, honey.
I apologize.
That's okay. We forget. I say it too.
So if they were looking into this for 15, 16 years and they just finally found enough information to go after him, that could be it could be a coincidence. You know what I mean?
Or the woman. I mean, like it talked about in his bio that he has a very strained relationship with his the daughter that he had.
That he has a daughter. Yeah, he has a daughter. Basically, he has a daughter that he doesn't have any relationship with. She wants nothing to do with him. She did not invite him to her wedding, her graduation, her child's birth, nothing. She wants absolutely nothing to do with him.
And that sounds a little extreme for, oh, well, you know, we didn't get to meet right away, and why I didn't fight for custody. That seems like
But if she found out that she was a child of,
correct,
you know, she would be very fucking angry, and I could see why she wouldn't want anything to do with him.
And you could also understand why the mother would protect her and exclude him from that child's life and keep an estrangement there.
I don't know what the New Jersey statute limit. I don't know about that. Let me see. The victim is saying she was triggered when she saw him being portrayed as a hero. Yeah, we talked about that.
And that would make perfect sense as the timing to all of this.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Hey,
you go, man. You go, man.
Maybe why law enforcement didn't want nothing to do or didn't say a word to them during the search for Kylie Rodney. Do you think that might be why they were like, "Get out of here, dog. We don't need your help. We don't need."
I don't think they knew.
No, I don't think that was out quite yet. I think that
law enforcement communicate with one another, though, is what my point is.
But per the victim's own admission, it wasn't until they saw them being portrayed as a hero that she brought this out. So that would have been after.
Well, a lot of people are saying, why now? Why is she coming out now, 30 years later, and saying something? But, you know, like Deet said, it's really not even our place to ask her, why is she coming out now with it? What you know,
honestly, we should be grateful that she had the courage to stand up and do what she did, because she got some sort of an admission from him.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is what's weird to me is usually something like this, if they're going to go after somebody and they're going to formally charge them, they usually have some sort of hard evidence, because God forbid that it's not true and he gets out of it and then he hurts somebody. So that's why usually when they go out like this, they have some sort of evidence.
Utah's the one state that's different though, Kurt. Utah, because of its strong FLDS ties, and you've got the polygamists that leave, and there's a lot of LDS that have been in that. That's why Utah is the one different state in the union.
You just need to say that it happened in order for something to happen. I got you.
It's because of the differences in like the religious dynamics of how that state was founded upon, and so they're a different state when it comes to that. They're not like every other state in the union.
Okay.
Huh. Well, I don't know. Like I said, it's just.
I mean, let's say like there's another darker theory, and this is pure like conspiracy theories. Let's say she did have a kid from him. Would you really want to put your kid through a traumatic situation? And maybe that was the hard decision to wait that long, maybe, as well, if you think about it.
Absolutely.
It could be. That's just the tinfoil crazy theory. I don't know if that it's probably completely wrong and pure speculation and stupid, but I mean, maybe she's worried about hurting other people, and that's why she waited this long.
Well, Clary makes a very great point. She turned on national television and she saw her abuser being treated as hailed as a hero. That right there could be enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is just crazy. This is absolutely
I appreciate you guys jumping on. If let me jump on. If you're going to be on later on, I'll stop back by, but I got to go inside and eat, man. This is crazy though.
Yeah, no man, problem. For sure. Stop through. We'll be on here. We're going to talk about Aaron Carter too. You know, he passed away. That was on TMZ today.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
It's crazy as hell, man. Yeah, hop back on when you get finished, man. We'll be here.
Definitely. Have a good night if I don't see you later.
Yep.
Guys, have a good one. Bye.
That's it.
Yeah, this is his story. We read this earlier, but there's a part of this that B. Tim was reading, and it says on here, is Kate still up here? Yeah, you still up here? Okay. Okay, hold on. It says, can you guys see this, or is it?
Yeah, we can see
it. I can see it.
Yeah,
okay.
I
can see it.
People are listening, you know. Some people.
Well, yeah, because it says, now for some sad truth. While I have had an amazing life with my wife and our daughters, I am saddened that I have a daughter who was not part of my life and that we have all missed out on The adventures along the way. So you see, back in high school, I had a fling and had always suspected that I might have a daughter out there. When she was 5, I pushed for paternity tests and was happy to hear that she was mine and how she would blend into our family. However, you can only imagine how one would feel thinking you are your child's father only to learn that you are not. Her father became vindictive and swore I'd never get a chance in helping raise her. So that right there tells me, yes, the paternity test that says, yes, that is his baby. However, Mama Arzy had a boyfriend by the time she was 5 years old. This other man had already been raising her for the last 5 years. That's his daughter. You know what I mean?
So it's probably not related to the family member because she would have been 10 at the time, and I'm sure she didn't have a boyfriend that thought he would. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
kind of early to have a boyfriend.
Wait.
He would be in high school, right?
Wait. I got an idea.
Yeah.
If we read it correctly, it says her father. What if we're talking about the woman's father?
Oh, the baby mama's father.
Her father.
Said, however, you can only imagine how one would feel thinking you are the child's father, only to learn you are not. Her father became. So somebody thought he was the child's father, and he wasn't. And I doubt
he did paternity, and it came back
his.
Yeah.
So there was another guy involved who thought he was the real dad.
When she was 5, I pushed for a paternity test and was happy to hear that she was mine and how she would blend into our family. However, you can only imagine how one would feel thinking you are your child's father only to learn that you're not. Her father became vindictive. So basically, he learned that was his child. He did DNA and found out, yes, this is my baby. I am her dad. But, her father.
But how does that
But when he went around, she had already been being raised by someone that is her dad. You know what I'm saying?
But wait, can we stop for a moment? How the hell is he not going to pay child support or get any sort of visitations if he did a paternity test? Even if you're the stepfather, you can't stop a biological father from seeing their own daughter and doing visitations.
Well, he obviously didn't.
That is correct.
He did
so
not.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, but we don't know that he doesn't pay child support. I mean,
unless he signed away his rights.
Right.
He could have signed away his rights also.
Yeah. I mean, if you're the stepfather can't stop you from seeing your own biological child unless you would go to court, especially if he says he has a bunch of documents. You'd think that there was a court procedures involved with paternity tests. So you would think that he would be able to get some sort of visitation rights, and this would be well documented somewhere. So the story just doesn't make sense a little bit. One moment he's saying her father, and next moment that's just saying that that it was the boyfriend that stopped it, like the guy who thought it was the father. Next he's talking about documents, paternity tests. It doesn't make sense. This story. There's inconsistencies here.
Well, it sounds like he tries to spruce up everything that he's saying to make himself not sound.
Well, yeah, because he tried to say he was the one that was 12, and his ass wasn't no fucking 12. He was 17.
Yeah. He wanted people to think he was younger and that it wasn't, that big of a deal because he didn't understand it. But if he was 17, he definitely understood what he was doing.
So Kendra brings up a good point. She says, B-Tim, if he didn't sign the birth certificate, the stepdad could adopt with no issues. Okay, so I'm wrong. So, I mean, maybe that's the issue. Maybe they just signed the birth certificate. I don't know. This just seems inconsistent, these stories. It doesn't make sense. But that's the conspiracy theory today. That's my only conspiracy theory today. What do you think, Kate?
I don't think they're related, like his cousin and that girl. I think it's probably, a chick from high school and, or when he was young that he had a fling with or whatever. Just my guess. I don't know.
That's like.
But I do know you could sign your rights away. And it depends on what state you're in and stuff too. So if say this other guy signed the birth certificate that thought he was the father, when he signs, he takes responsibility, but then doing the paternity test later, I know in some states, like I feel like they do give you the option to, you know, like decide if you want to like pay or whatever, but he probably, like what it sounds to me is he probably signed his rights away because, or she just like maybe didn't even, I don't know. Like the whole 5 years old thing is confusing to me about how it works. It depends what state you're into. It's different everywhere.
Yeah.
Like how they go about it. Like he would be able to petition to see his kid if he was maternity, and then that other guy would be able to decide like if he didn't want to be involved anymore. But it sounded like that guy wanted to still be involved.
Yeah.
So he probably backed out and let him do his thing.
I mean, it could be. I mean, like what you're saying is definitely probably what happened. Like he just got another woman pregnant during high school. But I mean, it just sounds weird because why would you bother taking a paternity test and you're not going to fight for custody of your kid? It doesn't make sense. Like, why would you go to that extra step? And you're not going to demand any sort of visitations or anything? Because like I googled it, and that's the natural enemy of anyone. But I googled it. It says under federal state laws in Utah, when a child is born to unmarried parents, the mother will gain natural primary right to custody. The father, whose name was not included on the birth certificate, meanwhile, has no rights to custody until paternity is legally established. So they establish paternity. It's him. So why would you jump the hoops to get paternity if you're not going to
look up Oregon too? Because I know he had, I don't know if he lived in Oregon at the time, but I know that he lived in Oregon as well. So maybe there's,
yeah, it just doesn't make sense why he would just take a paternity test and just not like,
yeah, I don't know either. Something's weird about that. Like it does seem a little shifty. Maybe he you know felt like he wanted to be involved and that other guy didn't like it and made it difficult for him.
Which but like if that was your like your kid and you went for paternity, I mean, would you be stopped by the stepfather? You probably demand, I want to see my kid. You wouldn't wait until she was in high school and she finds you like 10 years or so later. This doesn't make sense. The story doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I'm missing some vital information.
Y'all, we're overlooking the elephant in the room. What if this was a pregnancy that occurred out of a physical attack when they were young in high school? What if he forced himself on the mother?
Not go there. Let's not go there because we don't have any proof on that one.
Yeah, that's like speculation for real.
Again, that was wild speculation. As I said, it was the elephant in the room, the unspoken.
That's way worse than what I was doing. That's just like significantly worse.
Shit, now.
Well, we all know I'm the asshole that'll say what everybody else might be thinking.
Kate's about to duck out, to put her lizard up and say, I wasn't here, and then literally duck out.
Again, like I said, wild speculation, elephant in a room. I mean, something like I was downstairs changing laundry over while I was listening to you guys, and I'm like, wait, what if it was because of this? Again, wild speculation.
Honestly, though, you know what, though? If it was, I mean, anybody else, they say, like, it is said that you have to, like, predators will strike again, or they will, if someone's like that, they've said it, like you've heard it say in, like,
yes.
in articles and shit like that, where just certain people have said this about, like, in general, it's like a general, you know what I'm saying? Like they said, okay, just like a thief will steal again, a cheater will cheat again, like.
Right. I was going off of thinking the lines of what we were describing.
I get what you're saying. Again, I understand. Right.
Yeah, we probably.
So what's strange too is he said around that time, like when he was a teenager, he was homeless for a while and like living on the streets and like
Grenada.
Like in his story, if you read his story, so
he was in Grenada, like he went to Grenada, right?
Like none of it really makes sense. Like I feel like if he did get a paternity test, maybe it was for like some legal reason.
Yeah.
And
but like I think Running Girl probably has it right. Maybe we should get moving on from the pregnancy and move on to the next part of it. That's probably best.
I agree. Can we talk about Aaron
No,
now?
but I want to know real fast. Yeah, Deet said these charges carry what 6 to what did she say the charges carry 6 years each for each charge or
yeah, for each charge.
so and then there's 2 and we were talking about that, right? So there's only
And it's mandatory jail time, right?
I think she said I think they said that, but we were talking.
I think it is in that state.
The link that I sent to Tim was just basically the law, right?
Let me just pull it up again. I think I might have or
because I sent you that link, and that's we're trying to figure out like how is he being charged 30 years later? You know what I mean? Like,
it says here, I'll pull it up again just so everyone can see it.
So they definitely dropped the statute of limitations in 2013. So
that's the, if you want to pull it up, that's the thing you linked to me before. Anyway. Can you see it or no?
A little bit. I just had to switch over to my phone.
Oh, okay, so that's the, and I can scroll down. So the section I think is probably important is probably subsection does not apply if the defendant was younger than 18 years old at the time of the offense when imposing sentencing. So it says here, down here it says the years, 6 years. If the condition of subsection 5A, which is when imposing sentencing under subsection 3A and 3B, court may impose term of imprisonment under section. Okay, so yeah. And would he be tried as a minor if he was 17 and he committed the crime? I'm interested in that.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah, he was a minor technically at the time.
But I also think that because it would be considered because of Utah's state statutes, I don't believe that has a difference.
Yeah, maybe. That just came into my head like a thought.
Right, but again, and this is all because of the strong FLDS, LDS, the polygamy, the coming out of polygamy, because this is rampant in their
Utah.
The unfortunate, it's rampant in Utah.
Yeah,
it's not like approved by the church nowadays, but because of in the past, again.
Yeah.
Well, and it's odd to me. He kept saying, "We're breaking the cycle. We're breaking the cycle. We're breaking the cycle."
Yeah, that's.
I'm trying to break the cycle. Some fucking weird shit. Like but I don't think that's really breaking the cycle. Honestly, I mean, unless I don't know.
Yeah, that's just like that's.
I think I'm going to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I mean, like it sounds like he was like trying to place blame on the family, which is a very weird thing, and place himself like, oh, well, it was just like the family that taught me to do this, and it was their fault, and, you know, we were kids and whatnot. I was younger, and it sounds like that's what it sounded like on the email. But, yeah, it creeps me out because if he's saying he's breaking the cycle, is this just a common thing? Like, this happens in his family a lot? And, like, how many other
what cycle needs to be broken?
Well, obviously, we're referring to the charges here of almost an adult sleeping with a child is alleged in the charges. So probably those cycles are probably. So saying the victim is a slap in the face. Oh, well, we breaking the cycle. Well, you didn't break the cycle because you hurt dude. Yeah, so weird. This case is just significant, very weird, and we're not going to know anything probably until 2 months from now, honestly. Like, he's going to appear, he's, you know, and that's pretty much it. We're going to see if he's going to get charged. What do you think?
He'll make a public statement?
No, I think like.
Well, isn't indicted mean charged? They have enough to charge him with this?
Well, he's got to appear in court. He's got an appearance coming on.
He's got to answer to the indictment. I get it. Yeah, I get it. I'm sorry.
He's got to appear, and then the judge is probably, I guess, figures out trial's date. Does he get reminded, bail, whatnot, all that shit. Do they have enough on him? But I can't imagine. I think Kurt Uncut said, like, I can't imagine them arresting him just for a bunch of emails in her statement. I don't think that's enough to hold someone in jail for, you know, alleged assault twice. There has to be more than that. There has to be way more than that, or you're never going to win a case. You'll absolutely be torn apart by a good defense attorney, and I'm sure he can afford a good defense attorney with the amount of money he's made over the years. Who broke the news? I think who was the first report? It was Ikema or was someone else? Or someone?
You talking about AWP?
Yeah, the AWP news.
Yeah, Ikmel did the interview today. Sorry, Ikmel was reading the stuff today, and we were talking about it at the same time. So
yeah, because I heard, I think a lot of people started hearing about this.
Yeah, the Deets and the girls, they had already had all the court papers and records and stuff. So we were going over it, the same ones that he was going over at the same time.
And usually you don't want to actually be the first to start shooting allegations like this until you actually get the documents.
Yeah, when he went live with that title, shit, we were like, no, what the hell's going on? We immediately started investigating.
So the first would end up being
we went into action.
The first would end up being SF Investigates because it came on his Twitter.
Yeah, I seen that too, and I'm like, oh my god, what is going on right now? Yeah, and then the Aaron Carter stuff that we were talked about that was going on while we were live too. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's why is FF's SF Investigates really does not like
AWP. Not at all.
I'm gonna be honest though. I don't know. I feel like I used to really support them. Like you guys, I mean, I used to be really. You couldn't tell me no. You couldn't tell me nothing. Shit, go ahead and try it. You couldn't tell me nothing wrong about them. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't hearing none of that. You know how a mom says, "Oh, my son would never do that," or you know what I mean? Like
right.
Yeah, that's you couldn't tell me nothing bad. You couldn't tell me shit they did. I would have been like, no, or that, that happened too long ago. I don't care about that. That's, you know what I mean? Like I fucking went hard for him. Then after the Kylie Rodney stuff, I was like, yeah, they left a real sour ass taste in my mouth,
Look at how you guys changed my opinion about JT. I didn't think he was a bad person.
Oh, don't mention that guy.
Seriously. And then they pissed me off. Well, they really pissed me off when they were like, oh, Ryan, you did such a good job after all the stuff that had happened, and he had said all the stuff he had said. And I'm like, what the hell? But then when they did the whole tow truck this, and I was oh my gosh, it was awful. And then they doubled down. It was terrible. It was terrible.
You know what the sad thing is if this allegation is true, this woman had to live in 30 years of basically no one really believing her and all this, basically.
Right. She was forced to live in silence for 30 years. She was silenced for 30 years.
Yeah. I mean, that's just terrible. Imagine, I can't even imagine that. Your own family member portraying you like that. That's just fucking
saying,
terrible.
oh, it didn't happen. We know, you understand. No, that really didn't happen.
Yeah. That's just
how
terrible.
Awful.
Yeah. And people say, why did she wait 30 years? I mean, what if you were portrayed by your family and then, let's forget about the kid thing, because that was pure speculation, maybe full of bullshit there. Maybe I'm completely 100% wrong with that one. But let's say you were assaulted twice and all your family just wants to cover it up. And they say, oh, either it never happened or it happened differently, or you were young and made all these excuses to defend this perpetrator. And then you see this perpetrator is not only walking free, but also celebrated on YouTube as a superhero. And then you have to hide, you have to basically hide informal family gatherings. And then also you might have kids around this guy.
Right.
It's just a hell I don't think most people can deal with. Luckily don't have to go through. Some people might have to go through that every day, but this woman probably was put through a lot. And she finally just wanted to just kind of get some sort of justice for herself to,
Three-boy mom is speaking facts right there. It's very hard for victims to watch their attackers become successful. Sometimes that alone can trigger the outcry because it's the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that explains maybe why she didn't go forward immediately. This is the charge. I'll bring down the charge. I think everyone's read it because I don't want people to just constantly on. But yeah, I think that's pretty much why I think she waited this long. How would you feel if your first cousin did this to you and everyone was hiding it? I don't think anyone would jump immediately especially at 9 years old. Who are you going to tell? If your parents are thinking about, want to cover this up.
Listen, what if it was a case that family just said, "Oh, they were just you were just he was just tickling you." You know what I mean? Sometimes family will make excuses. Sometimes they will.
Yeah, and there's no way there was consent at 9 years old. There's zero. I don't care if he was 12. There's no such thing as fucking consent when you're 9 years old.
She was speaking about it for a while, and everyone was attacking her on Reddit, saying, she was lying and stuff like that because, everyone, when all this stuff happened, people were looking at them like heroes. So I'm sure, being able to get evidence and do something about it meant a lot to her, because a lot of people were like being really mean to her about it.
Maybe we would have been, if this evidence didn't come out, we would have probably been like doing the same thing, where we probably would be like, well, you got to show receipts or proof. But,
there's no shame in that either, because it's a serious allegation,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's something that could ruin somebody's life, their career, and potentially take away their freedom.
Yeah. It's just a very sad situation. It's a sad situation all around, because it's like, this woman had to live through 30 years of like this bullshit. And then like also like basically this organization that people believed in is probably going to get really hit hard. And because it's, even if you disagree with how he runs money, people were helped. And now it's going to probably get tanked. I think if he gets convicted, I don't see how it's going to survive. Queen Bee, I think Deets said links. I think she wants a StreamYard link. I don't know.
Well, unless he takes a step back publicly and kind of puts like Doug in the forefront and changes the business into like his wife's name or something, he might be able to pull it off.
Yeah, but would you support,
it's not going to be the same, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like we heard an interview that he basically told a vanilla story of what happened to the people at the inside circle. So like, how much information did they know about this? Did they just think it was just like some sort of like 12 or 9-year-old, just that situation, or what was their story that they were told? And
I think the 12-year-old story.
Yeah, it's me.
What's up, Teets?
So I've been going through her Reddit and there's verification that it is her Reddit, and she posted this 5 hours ago, and it kind of answers, everybody keeps asking, why'd she wait? And you already know how I feel about that, but this kind of answers that. She said,
do you have it posted? Oh, okay. You're gonna read
not yet. I was working on a video, but I heard everyone kind of mention it again, and I thought, well, we can kind of just dispel it right now. So she said, you act like I sat on this information for years, not suffering from any of the fallout, and seen he was gaining popularity and said, hey, I think I should ruin this newfound hero of the people. No, absolutely not. I did not suddenly find the courage to do anything about it. I was unable to do anything about it until I had proof, which I finally got in the emails. Until that point, it was just my word against his. Now with the proof out there, the people in my family can't play dumb and act like they don't know. He named the people he told, and now there are family members who spoke up on my behalf and made statements of their knowledge. And he made all that possible with his emails.
So it was what I said. She waited until she had the proof in the email, and that gave her the power to be able to speak.
Yeah, and then there was another one.
And now she has witnesses who are willing to come forward. Is that what she said?
That's what she said. He named the people he told, and now. Whoops, hang on a second. I had to tell my husband to keep it down. He said he named the people he told, and now there are family members who spoke up on my behalf and made statements of their knowledge. So yeah, they spoke up and made statements. And she also, it sounds like there could have been more charges too, because she wrote, yes, Nevada cannot move forward with charges.
but they did take my official report and statement, and they were kind enough to send it on to Utah, so the detective or I did not have to make the trip. So it's only because of Utah's statute of limitation that this is, possible for her.
Jeez. Yeah, the problem is,
Wow.
Kimberly, I think is Jared owns the company. Basically, he's got all the products in his face. He's got, literally, like, how many videos does Jared, like, his face? Like, there's some videos with his face on it. He sells stickers with his face. I mean, like, that's going to be tough to separate AWP from Jared. Like,
And I don't think once this starts happening, if he moves anything, I don't think he can move anything, because then that would be hiding assets, etc., because
Yeah,
this would end up probably going civilly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I was about to say that. That's good. There could be a civil court. Like, if she wins, even if she, like, takes him to trial and loses, she could still sue him civilly, and because there's a less, you need less proof, basically, to get your civil case going in comparison to a criminal case. It's just happened with O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson, didn't go to jail, but he lost a civil suit because it was a reasonable amount of proof that, they could make that he killed her in the civil case or something like that. It beats him. If they don't, AW is done. Yeah, that's the problem. It's going to be a problem if he gets convicted. I don't know how the organization, but the problem is, how do you separate AWP from Jared? Who's going to buy the company? Who's gonna transfer? You can't just give it to his wife's name and say, here you go. I mean, he's gonna have to give it to someone who's actually can run the business.
Well, I don't know how true it is because I haven't gone that far, but in some of her posts, there was a previous post that she commented under, and it was from 75 days ago that Jared had stopped appearing in videos. So I don't know if we could look back and find out when did he stop showing up. But yeah, I just wanted to hop up here and read that to you guys, so it would kind of dispel some of the continued questions, and I'm going to keep working on this. But
yeah, let's see, because I'm going to jump on. Well, he was on lives. I seen him in lives, right? He was in lives, so. He was in a live recently 2 weeks ago, Jared. So I saw him then, but and he was in his last video. He was on.
That's what I thought. So that was kind of confusing. But again, it was 75 days ago, so maybe he took a hiatus for a little while.
Yeah, but it looks like recently, 6 days ago, he was in a video. Yeah. But yeah, maybe, I mean, like, who knows? Maybe he never thought he was going to be charged with it, and he thought he can get away with it. That's probably.
I absolutely agree. Beat him.
Oh, he's not the sole owner, so he's a co-owner. Because I heard that he was a sole owner, but whatever. I'm probably wrong, like always. I sometimes get shit wrong. That should be the consistency. That's probably why I have the tomato. Kate, does anyone know who is Doug, the other owner? Is he split owner with the company?
Where'd Deets go? I thought she was up here hanging with us.
Oh, she probably jumped down.
She said she was going to work on her video.
Yeah.
Jared appointed a CEO to AWP about a month ago.
Oh, that's probably why I thought he was the CEO.
Oh,
he was the CEO, because when we did, because Sam and Jared founded AWP. Because it was Sam and Jared that we dealt with when I worked with them, because we also tried to bring him in on Chance's case too.
Wait, someone's saying Doug's no longer with AWP? What? Huh? Because I just saw him recently in the kind of running case.
Hold on, there's somebody back here. Hold on.
All
right. Silence, you're up here.
Hi, Queen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm nervous.
Okay. I got the screen cover up because I seen that you had your camera on and then it flipped back off. So
okay, as long as my face isn't shown, I'm okay.
All right, but the one question I have is just the one thing I'll make sure not to be nervous. You're not going to pull out tarot cards and to try to talk to the dead, right?
Me?
Yeah. If you don't do that, you're fine. You're fine if you don't do that. I'm just joking with you. I'm trying to
scare people away, Tim.
No. I won't. My cousin might, but I won't.
All right. All right.
I'm all good.
So what's up? You got something to add? You got some deets to tell? You got some stuff to share with us, girl?
Well, I don't have any good stuff from famous people or anything, but on a serious note, and I just want you to know, this is the very first time I'm talking about this. When I was younger, I was essayed by my cousin. And it wasn't talked about. I never said anything to anybody. I thought it was normal at that time.
Well, and I believe in the emails. Actually, she said the same thing.
Yes.
But I was too young to know any better or any different.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and it's I'm actually sick to my stomach right now.
So sorry.
No, and I'm not, and thank you, but I'm not coming on to get sympathy. No way am I do I want that. But I just wanted to give my perspective on how I felt at that time, and my cousins, there's more than one. One was older, one was the same age as me, and it wasn't at the same time. But anyways, that's gross. They thought it was normal too. I mean, we grew up in a very dysfunctional family.
Right.
Once again, that's not an excuse for what happened.
Yes.
Well, no, but it's just some people don't understand that there are, things, there's some families are very dysfunctional, and
yes,
it just, some things are generational as well, and they've happened generation for generation, from generation, and it's, you know what I mean? It's very hard. It's very hard. I totally understand.
Yeah. It's just hearing everything that is going on with him.
Yeah.
I wonder if at the time, if he thought it was normal too. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not trying to stick up for him. Please don't.
No, you're not sticking up. You're just trying to explain how it could happen. And that's not.
Well, yeah. And he said that as well. He said he was trying to break a generational curse. Is that what he called it? Or generational cycle.
Cycle.
So he said the same thing as well. And I feel like in his mind, he's wanting to downplay, kind of like he keeps saying he was 12 and 13 and, like trying to downplay that he wasn't, like he was younger, but even mentally he might have, he's 17, but mentally he might not, he might not have been 17. You know what I'm saying? And generational, and it's happened to him or something like that happened with him. He felt it was normal. It might have been, and I don't want to make anybody think I'm making excuses or anything.
No, I know. That's why I was I wasn't sure if I should come up or not, because
it's good that you came up because you gave
conversations. I mean, well, you're totally fine. I felt this. I mean, like I feel different situation, and I just think about different stuff too as well. Like I said, I thought maybe something happened with him when he was younger, and that's why he kept saying, I'm trying to break generational,
right,
and such. So
right, and it almost sounded like it too. That I was trying to read through some of those emails and stuff, and it just the way he talked, it almost sounded like it. Once again, not making an excuse for what happened, because it was wrong. In a million ways, it was wrong.
Yeah, it's definitely. And I know no one's thinking that you're making excuses.
Right.
We're just trying to explain the way it might have happened. Maybe he thought
the mentality part of it. Yes, the mentality part of it.
The only thing I would say to that is like, you might give him an excuse when he was young, but when he gets older, he probably should have knew that what he did was bad and probably try to rectify it instead of ignoring the problem.
Right. It sounded like to me like he was gaslighting. Like, that's
I agree.
The feeling I got from him.
Like,
I didn't.
I think, like, honestly, I think the guy, my problem, I mean, you can argue that he was young, like not young, but like he was basically maybe raised in this condition. But when you get older, you don't try to forget other people's pain and
No.
try to shove it off.
No.
You know, and that's what it sounds like he was doing. He just marked it off as something like, you know, oh, I was, you know, I'm a victim too. Instead of trying to go to this woman and try to apologize and try to make things right and try to acknowledge and take some sort of responsibility for what he did.
Right.
He tried to forget about it, and that's a problem.
And it had to have been really, really hard for her to come forward because of who he is.
Yeah.
Right.
We're nobodies, you know, so, you know, for
Well,
me to come forward and say, oh, my cousin did this, you know, he's not on TV. He's not the savior of Kylie, you know, with what happened with Kylie.
Yeah,
and
but you know what I would like to say, like to say like that we're all nobodies. That's not true. Everyone's.
Well, no, I know I didn't mean it that way.
I personally want to say, I think that you're very brave to get up here and share your experience and give us a different insider's perspective that some of us may not be willing to share with an audience. Right. And I personally want to say thank you for empowering those who aren't ready to speak yet.
Right.
Thank you for being brave. And Queen, thank you for allowing a really good panel to be able to have this type of vulnerable conversation.
I think I agree. I would not have gone on just anybody's panel. Yeah. I've been watching the craziness that's been going on.
I was just going to say, holy hell, please tell me you haven't watched all the craziness.
Oh, absolutely, I have.
That's
Wait,
I
gotta ask her. When did you start watching was it the JT, the Ryan, the Kylie? When was the crazy starting? Did you start watching everything?
I actually started with, believe it or not, I started watching the LawTube part of it with Johnny Depp.
Okay.
And
I meant the Queen Bee thing. Like
the Queen Bee. Oh gosh, how did I get onto Queen Bee?
Was it the Kylie case, or was it the Dolly case, or was it the JT?
She probably heard
Kylie.
Something bad. I was going to say and she came to check me out.
It was Kylie. And you know what, Queen? I love you now. I didn't like you when I first.
I know.
I was afraid of you.
It is like that, and some people do. Like the other day, I said, what I tell Jersey, I said, get your ass back over here right now, and she's like, Dietz was like, I got my ass right back over here and sat down.
And I think, and I
said, stop it.
Yeah, and I shouldn't have said I didn't like you. You're intimidating. Right. It's intimidating until you actually really get to know you. I don't know you, but really listen. And you're like, you've got a heart of gold.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you do. And it's just, it shows in so many ways.
Voices does not have a heart of gold. That fucking bell. We're going to have to destroy that. We're going to have to destroy that bell one day on an episode.
At least it's not a bullhorn.
Well,
hey,
yeah.
You will pry my bell from my cold, dead fingers with my cigarettes and lighter.
I use headphones, and every time you bring that bell, it's literally right next to my ears. I'm like, But yeah, I mean.
Well, I do appreciate you coming up. Thank you very much, though, and I mean, thank you for being comfortable and giving me a chance. Sometimes it's hard to look past. You know what I mean? Especially like you said, when somebody's intimidating, you're like,
right. And I'm a grandma now. You know, I say I got one foot in the grave. I'm a grandma now. So it's been a long time.
Listen, my grandmother is literally 90 something years old and she drives a convertible.
Oh yeah. Wow. Go grandma.
Go grandma.
Damn, we need to get your grandma to hang out with my grandma. They could raise hell together.
Well, I mean, I think she's in between boyfriends now, so.
Oh my God. No, that's funny stuff.
Yes, it is.
But no, thank you. And yeah, I wanted to put that out there because I know everybody's just going at him and going at him and going at him and, he's a predator and this and that. Yeah. But you got to think, he was a child at that time too.
Yeah.
I think we're kind of looking at him right now as Jared, the AWP guy. You got to remember this happened a long time ago. Once again, not making excuses for him.
We need to be looking at the 17-year-old Jared, not the 45-year-old Jared who's an adult and knows, way better. We don't know. And over here, we do the innocent until proven guilty. He was indicted. He has not been, he has not been to court yet. He's not been found guilty yet. So, we'll have to wait and see what comes out of it.
I mean, and I get what you're saying, but he still needs to, like, in my opinion, he's waited like almost 30 years and done nothing to try to heal whatever damage he's done.
But we don't know that, Tim. We honestly don't know that he hasn't gone out to deal with that. We also don't know if he was a very immature 17-year-old, because I've met 17-year-olds.
We don't know if it happened to him for, a couple years. I'm not making excuses for it. Wrong is wrong is wrong. You guys know that.
Correct.
But,
yeah, you're just trying to.
It's hard. It's hard when you're a child, and that's, if that's something like that happens with you and you think it's normal and you don't know any different, and then you do that with your cousin as well, or whatever, and she doesn't know any different, then I mean, it's really hard to know you're doing something wrong when you don't know any different.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%. And I think
correct
in those emails, I think in some of those emails, I think I read that he too was a victim.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Really? See, I didn't get to read through all of them yet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't remember which one it was. I was trying to read them, but they were like not put together, page 1, 2, 3, 4. So it was like I'm going forward and backwards. But yeah, it sounded like that he too was a victim. And you don't know. I don't know. You don't know. I mean, but hey, let's just keep digging. I mean, we can still keep looking, right?
I mean,
absolutely.
I think probably we're probably gonna get more answers like towards like the 30th. I think.
Yes.
If I know Jared's not a dumb guy, he's not gonna jump on social media and start talking about this case.
No.
So he'll probably keep his mouth shut. His lawyer probably told him to keep his mouth shut, and and he's not a dummy. So we're probably not.
Did you see what Deep said? She said he was very immature for a while. I looked up his criminal record. He was in and out of trouble, not excusing it, but yes, he appears to have changed his life. And that's another thing too, is, 30 years is a long time and a lot can be changed. You can change, people change all the time. You know what I mean? It's learn from your mistakes and you better yourself and move forward. And
that's a lifetime.
Agreed.
I'm 37.
I mean, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I look at shit that I did 10 years ago and I'm like, holy hell, what the fuck was I thinking? You know what I mean?
Queen, 10 years ago, I was homeless, living in a homeless shelter.
I don't know, years and years ago. And I'm not, like I said, if he did this, and she's a victim, then I don't want to take away from that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that this is okay by any means. I don't want to make any kind of excuses or, you know what I mean? But I guess we need to.
And she is a victim. She is a victim. Yeah. She absolutely is a victim.
Yes. Yes. And I don't want to.
He could be too.
From any of that.
No.
How she feels. She's entitled to feel the way she feels, and I don't want to make any excuses for anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I just.
Yeah, it's a sad situation. I just think about that woman had to live.
It is. His whole life is gonna, can be changed. His family, his daughters, his wife.
Yeah, I mean, his family's
everything.
He's got a wife and kids and all of that.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't ask. Yeah, but and it's gonna affect families down the line too that they, possibly could have helped and may not get the opportunity to because.
It's strange how it affects you.
Yeah.
It does. Me growing, getting older and whatever, I had a hard time getting close to anybody.
Yeah.
I didn't really trust anybody.
It destroys the trust you have of other people because family's supposed to be the only people, the closest people you have.
Yeah.
And when you're, and I can just imagine this woman went through, she probably was the black sheep of the family too. We don't know. Like maybe that's the situation she had to face through. I mean, she had to do a Zoom to see her funeral.
Oh my gosh!
And and he didn't inconvenience himself from not being there.
Yeah,
he inconvenienced her.
I seen that where she said she got out of the car and it made her so sick to see him face to face that she had to actually physically leave the funeral home and watch it via Zoom because she couldn't stand to be there. That he didn't think twice about leaving and said, well, I hope you heal in your time. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I hope you heal in your time, or something. Sounded just real arrogant about it, I guess.
Right. You know, out of the whole crew, in watching them, he seemed really arrogant.
Oh.
And you wonder if it's, you know, from what he came from, it's like, oh, now I'm a bit, you know, I'm a big guy now. I'm important and everybody loves me. And I don't know. Just my opinion.
He should pay for. Yeah, I agree with Kimberly. He should.
I agree with that.
But I'm more severe, Kimberly. In my perfect world, a lot of people would be jumping into volcanoes. Let's just say that much. But unfortunately, it's not my perfect world, and people who know me know what I mean by volcano. To keep.
Oh, I put him on an island where there's no toilet paper, and they only can use their socks.
You're too nice. You're way too nice.
How about poison ivy?
No, I meant like toss. Like I vehemently believe that the death sentence should be placed.
We don't have enough volcanoes going off, though,
Yeah, well, it could be an inactive. You know, it can be an inactive volcano. Yeah. But that's my opinion. I think like you don't let like you know. I hate the excuse people say, "Oh, that person was sick" and all that. Like, do you not put a rabid dog down? A rat, right. You know. It's like, this is like, you know, that's what my opinion is. And if he's convicted of it, you know, he might have done a lot of good and stuff, but does not discount the bad,
right?
You know, and I you know, I mean, like you could save a bus full of orphans, but if you do something like this, bye. I don't care. The good does not outweigh the bad you've done to this world.
Right. Yeah.
I know it's very black and white of me, but that's just my opinion on that matter, and that it is. You know, that's my opinion because I think to myself, like, you can argue, oh, I've changed and all that stuff, but you know, do we take the risk?
Right.
But
well, and the legal, I'm sorry, and then the legal eagles that are out there too, maybe look into, because I'm guessing he's going to go to court, but is he going to court based off of the laws at the time that the crime was committed?
Yeah, that's why I said like we tried as a juvenile, because I remember.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said that because I remember the Jinko case. I was in Japan. It was like in the 80s, 89. I'm thinking 89. These 4 kids tortured and killed and did a lot of terrible things to this girl named Jinko in Japan, and they all got tried as juveniles. And the longest they killed her, and they did all manner of terrible things. You can have to read the Jinko case. And basically, the longest one got was 20 years. The others got like 7 years, and they were able to get out because they were tried as juveniles.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, you could get a lot more lighter sentence if you're tried as a juvenile.
So,
yeah. I'm going to agree with McKenna's statement. That's why predators like him put themselves in positions of being admired. It makes it harder for the victims to convince people.
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree too.
But
so do I.
Dietz has been not Dietz. I mean, Kate's been quiet. I think she's like trying to like take care of her lizard. No, I'm joking.
I'm just listening.
Her lizard.
No, she has a lizard collection. She has a
lizard. Come up.
You do.
Come up here. Come chat with us, baby cakes.
I don't know. I'm just to add a little levity. Like Kate has like this. How many lizards you got? Like you got like what, 10?
8, 9,
8?
10 lizards, but like 8 bearded dragons, 2 Asian water monitors, and then I have 3 snakes, a turtle, and 4 fish, and now a tadpole.
A tadpole.
She's got like literally a menagerie of animals.
I do. I have a reptile zoo.
I have a dog.
I call them scale puppies though, because they do like to cuddle.
Yeah, they're cuddling because they want the heat from your body. They're cold-blooded.
Yeah, they do. They'll like wiggle in and snuggle up to you, but it's probably for the heat. They don't have feelings, even though I'd like to think that they do. Well, the monitors might, but my bearded dragons don't.
Yeah, it's either they probably remember you're the lady that feeds them. Probably like okay.
Oh, I have a leopard gecko too. Sorry, I did miss that.
Yeah,
I have a leopard gecko. She has leopard geckos can feel love.
Oh,
that's a fact.
Plants, I have just plants. I have like about 15 plants in my house. So.
I have a big aloe plant. Like,
do you talk to your plants?
What?
Do you talk to your plants?
No, I don't talk to my plants. What I do is I just water them, put them in light, and just watch their levels and stuff like that. I don't talk to them.
I've heard of people talking to their plants. I don't know.
Yeah, that's...
Come on, Tim. You can admit that you play your plants music and you teach them. You teach them Taekwondo.
I don't want the plants to rebel, eventually demanding more stuff, so I don't want to educate the plants too much, you know. Just in case we get into a war with the plants.
I get it. You don't want them to overthrow you in your government. I get it.
Exactly, the household.
Attack them in the middle of the night.
Exactly. Like Attack of the Trickles or something like that. That movie.
One day, Tim's going to click the link and he's going to say, help me, guys. The philodendron has me tied to my bed. I can barely make it.
The snake plant has rebelled. No.
I am currently in a hostage situation. The snake plant will not let me out of the corner.
Exactly. That's the plan. But yeah, my favorite plant is actually... I know we're changing, but you know, with this type of stuff, it's pretty heavy, so I like to change a little bit once in a while. Like the peace lily, that's my favorite plant. Doesn't require.
I
a lot
have
of light.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you give it too much light, actually the flower gets green, so you have to basically, and also it tells you when to water it by drooping.
Yep. Zimmiculus are another one that are just great. They require zero light. You can not water them for years, and I have one that's about 12 years old.
Yeah, that's another thing. Turtles, though, they don't die, so that's probably her next pet. She's got to get a guaco, those giant turtles that live like 200 years. That's probably what you're going to get, Kate. She's looking up the turtle now. She's probably going to get that.
I have a turtle.
No, I'm saying you're going to get like the giant turtle. It's like 1,500 pounds in your house.
I don't know if I can fit. I'm out of room. I've been out of room, but I just keep feeling people, I guess, because like there's not really many lizard people. Well, it's becoming more of a fad now, and a lot of people are getting lizards. But I ended up being like the resident lizard lady of my friends, and now whenever there's like a lizard in need, somebody calls me, and that's how I end up with so many. Because I can't say no, and I'm like, okay. They're like, I bought 2, and they're fighting each other. Can you take one? Or you know.
So you basically need to get rid of some lizards. The lady that's
I
on,
do.
What's your name, ma'am?
Mine?
Yes.
The silence.
Yeah, your YouTube name. Just give me our initial so no one gets. Hey,
Queen.
How you doing?
Denise is up here, right? Are you up here? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. Hello,
Check. What's happening?
I was just going to ask 2 questions. If he does get charged, are they going to use laws from 1992 when the crime actually happened? Or are they going to use the new law from 2022?
I don't know, because here's the thing. Yeah. That's going to come into question. You're going to have to look at what Utah law precedent states, because she got him to admit it in 2022.
But the crime happened in 1992, so that might be why it's just an indictment right now, so they can figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, my area of specialty is more civil, so I know a lot more about civil than criminal, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
so
I don't know about that either. I've been trying to find out, but I don't know what.
I mean,
I know that a lot of the laws now, if the people happen to do it in the 80s and 90s, they go back to that law from then, because they can't use the new laws because it was written after the crime happened.
Right.
So that was my question about that.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I mean, I would say that if they're still using a law to base, because I think, when did they get rid of the statute of limitation on in Utah?
I think it said 2013.
So
I think it was 2013.
So if they were going to, I don't think they would use an old law in comparison to if they're going to use a statute that allows them to do no statute of limitation. So they're probably, if I was to guess, and this is tinfoil guessing, could be wrong 100%, probably today's laws in comparison to the charges. And maybe that will be argued in court, and his defense attorney will be like, no, this should be when he was a juvenile, and he should be charged as a juvenile and whatnot and all that stuff.
Right.
You know, it could be that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, but I'm sure he can afford a very good defense attorney. And true Texas Bonnet says no. I am no. I don't know what that means. I don't know if she's talking about me.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
that could be, you know, he's got probably a good defense attorney that will probably help him get out of that. You know, get him not out of the charges, but try to get him the best situations for him,
right.
I guess.
Because, I mean, if they go back to 1992, the way it was written, then they had harsher laws back then.
Okay,
as far as that.
Right.
So
and it gave longer time.
So Hill says they would use laws in NACI than BTEM. Okay, NACI. NACI.
That's where I'm confused on what they would do as far as law wise and how much. I mean, if he'd ever have to register, because they can't use the registration for a law back then if they do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably got to be answered, and I don't think it's going to be answered by YouTubers. It's probably going to be answered by a judge and a couple of lawyers.
Right. Oh, I know. But it's just the questions that I had for tonight.
It's a good question. It's a very good question.
Denise, I appreciate it.
I mean,
it's
you know,
great.
because I'm still studying to try to fight laws that don't protect people with my case.
Yeah.
And if we can get rid of the laws that don't protect people with my case, then we can actually might be able to straighten the system some. But
yeah, I mean, but it's a good question. If I was to guess, I would say today's laws. But I mean, like as I just stated like 5 minutes ago, I don't know too much about
because I mean
criminal proceedings too much.
I had a friend of Shane's that he was busted for something else years ago and went on the run, and he came to the house and he said it was cleared and they came and busted him at our house, but they went back to the laws back then when it happened. So that's why I was asking, because it normally goes back to when the crime actually happened.
Yeah,
is what not the new
right
laws.
But if they went back to the laws when it happened, then he wouldn't have been able to be indicted for this.
But
does
with
that
the
make
new
sense?
law written, they can indict, don't mean that they can charge.
Yeah,
right. And that may be what ends up happening also. There is, without a preponderance of evidence, he can be indicted but not charged. Like that's the bad part about
and with him being an owner of the company, because he is the founder of it, he did bring others into it, he will be making money while he's in there. Because owning a company and management are two different things. And I just went through that with my case where Lars owned the company. So even though my man built it and was the manager of it and he owned it, and you know, and he got killed by Lars was making money for 3 months till I shut the skating rink down.
Yeah, I mean,
while he was in prison, and he made $50,000 a month.
But it's also not illegal to still be making money from your business, as long as you're not profiting from your crime.
He was proffering it. He was proffering it. He was making money off of killing the man that built it for him for 3 months.
Wow,
yes,
that's crazy.
He was profiting off of it. And
I
got all the text messages from and the Facebook messages and everything. I had to get off my Facebook because they were harassing me, talking about, well, what about the kids? Well, what about him killing? It could have been one of y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what you're saying is that basically he could still be, he's the owner of he's like a partial owner, either he's a half owner or owner, but he will still be getting money from AWP while he's fighting these charges in court.
Yes.
Basically. That's what you're basically saying.
Yes, because he founded it. He's the owner of it. Even though he brought other people in, he started it, and he can make money being the owner, regardless if it's under new management or anything else. There's different paperwork for that. There's different filing paperwork, and that's what I ran across trying to get the skating rink shut down. I fought myself on that because that was the last thing my man built. But B, I fought myself on it really hard when it came to that was a good place for kids to go. But then I started thinking, well, what if it would have been one of the people that worked there? You know, and so it was a fight to get it shut down for 3 months. And he made $50,000 a month off the skate night while he was in there.
Do you
Before
have
I
any
got
other?
it shut down.
Yeah, that's interesting. Do you have any other questions you have? Like,
No, I was just trying to say about the money situation and about the laws, because I mean, you know, I'm studying. This is something I didn't ever think I'd get into or have to do, but when it hit home, I had to learn the laws really fast. So I'm just, you know, thinking, well, with the crime happening in '92, they have to go back to those laws.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could answer that question, but I think I answered it earlier. I'm a little.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It just depends on the judge.
Hey, B.
I
Tim, look
guess.
at what Gretchen the Great said.
It says, B. Tim, look at the indictment and see what law statute is next to each charge. If there is a date, Google the statute. That's what. Okay, let me try to look. One moment, guys. I'm sorry. Let me see.
I might be able to pull it up quick.
Yeah, it says the statute next to it is code 76-5-402.1. That's what they're using. I mean, for the first count and the second count, they're using
76-5-402.1.
Yeah, 76-5-402.1.
It's RAPE of a child. Just that's all it says, really. Hold on.
Yeah, so they're charging with that crime. So it says terms defined in the section apply to the section an actor commits are of a child if the actor has sexual intercourse with an individual who is younger than 14. And when was this law actually put into place? This law was effective 5/4/22. So they're using current laws for this charges, the indictment.
For right now, until they go.
Yeah, for right now.
Okay. Well, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
Until they find out if they have to use the old laws.
Yeah, I don't know if they.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to jump down. That was just my question, so somebody else might come up.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
That was all my questions.
Thank you. I appreciate that, girl.
All right. Well, I'm jumping down. I'll see you on chat.
Okay.
Well, I will let you guys go too. I just wanted to pop in and.
I have one question for you, ma'am.
Absolutely, ma'am. Don't call me ma'am. That makes me feel old.
Are you in need of a lizard? I think Kate does crime needs to get rid of some lizards, and we might need you to adopt some lizards. Are you willing to adopt a lizard?
They're cute. They wear clothes.
I would be, but I think my dog might want to eat it.
We can get a big enough lizard. We can get a lizard as big as your dog.
I do have ones that will get as big as your dog. They're babies now, but they will get there.
Exactly. Are you willing to?
How many years of commitment are we talking about till they get as big as my dog?
Like a year.
Oh,
if you have a little dog, it'll probably eat your dog.
Well, he's like 12 pounds. Would it really eat my 12-pound dog?
Oh.
Yes.
Really?
They're like mini Komodo dragons.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't want one of those.
Anyone want a giant lizard that can eat your dog? Just go to Kate. Probably ask her if she wants that. You want that lizard?
But for those of you that are looking to get rid of your husbands, maybe one of these lizards might be the way to go.
No, disclaim, disavow voices, disavow. But
I know. I always go too far.
If you want to secretly talk about that particular arrangement, wink, wink, there's another time, another place, not on an open stream.
For those of you ladies that don't believe in divorce and you believe in disappearance, go ahead and stop on by Kate Does Crime, and she can hook you right up.
Yep.
My cousin had a Komodo. What? Like a Komodo dragon?
Yeah, he's the guy with the pig. Will's the guy with the pig. So
yeah,
maybe the pig ate the Komodo, and that's why he has a big pig.
How many beardies do you have?
8. 8 beardies, 1 leopard gecko, 3 snakes, 2 Asian water monitors, a turtle, 4 fish, and a tadpole.
And a portrait in the pear tree.
It's
Listen,
a
I just
bullfrog
told
tackle.
Mason that if he doesn't straighten his ass up and start being a good dog, we are going to adopt a lizard and he is going to become food.
Exactly.
Well, on that note, thank you again. I appreciate everybody's kind words, and yeah.
Thank you for
Way to be
coming.
brave and courageous, sister.
Yeah,
Mark
thank
this
you.
day. Mark this day down that you were brave and courageous.
Absolutely,
Good on
I
you.
will. I will. Well, thanks again, and we'll see you guys in chat.
Thank you, babe, for hanging out.
Absolutely. You guys have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
So I have to ask, did y'all see the video of Molly earlier?
Oh my God, girl. She was knotted out. She was
Bitch
fucking
knotted.
Gone. She was messed up.
I have never seen her knot off so bad.
Napkin, you should jump up. Captain Napkin, if you have questions.
Really,
you can
Jen,
jump
I'll
up.
have to say, lots of big spiders. I'm scared of spiders. I held one and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But
Spiders are good creatures. I don't know why everyone's scared of spiders. I love spiders.
I got bit by a spider when I was like 5 probably, and they thought I had spinal meningitis and my neck blew up and I had a real stiff neck and I was throwing up. It was the worst sickness I've ever got as a kid, and I've been scarred ever since. So
I know another YouTuber probably has a worse spider story about but it's her story to tell. But she once told us the story, and it's probably worse than that one. And she does not like spiders. She does not like spiders so much. She's asked me to change like my intro to my video because she doesn't like spiders.
Yeah, heels in the air. I know she wasn't Molly close with Aaron Carter? Or like friends with him?
More with Nick, but she was friends with him too. I know the Kool-Aid had a good what goes up.
Yeah, I didn't think she was actually like friends with them. I thought she just like knew of them, like, you know what I mean? Tried to cover. What's up, baby doll?
What up?
What's happening?
What up, Cappy? Are you here to bless us? Are you here to
blessings for everyone?
I get blessings. I don't have repentance.
You don't get repentance. Your voices. You're always.
Hold on, Cap. You said you got questions about this. What do you think, babe? What are you thinking about this? Isn't it crazy?
It is crazy. Okay, so I was at the store earlier, right? And I was listening to your live, and I had stopped for some reason to look in the chat, and I looked and I saw someone say it, and then so I went looking about it, and went over to, I think, Ictamel. Yeah. And he was reading through it, and I was just like, wait, what? Like, is there proof? Like, I don't understand. Like, and from what he was saying, it sounded like that Jared even responded to it and was like, sorry about that or something.
Yes, ma'am.
He was responding in the emails back and forth with the cousin that this happened with. But they did say he's supposed to be making a statement. So he's supposed to be putting out a statement or something like that, or a response or something.
At first, I thought it was him saying.
Yeah, did you guys hear? Is he gonna put a response out, or?
Yeah, I want to hear that.
I imagine he will. I do not see one as of yet. I've been scouring while we've been talking to see if he's made any sort of a response. But given that it's the weekend, I would imagine he would probably do it on Monday.
If I was to guess, probably he's going to have his lawyer look through his response, and then he's going to publish it. There is no way he would be dumb
Exactly.
Ever.
It'll be a response from a lawyer. It will not come out of him directly.
Yeah, he is not a stupid man. If any, like, we know he's not stupid, so I guarantee he's probably going to get this statement out. He's going to cross his eyes, cross his T's, dot his I's. I almost messed up that saying.
I would have to beg to differ there, Tim. A smart man would not admit to something like that in writing.
That is true. That is a good point, that girl.
That was my only objection.
So Twitter, someone on Twitter is saying they're deleting comments on YouTube. Doug blocking on Instagram. I don't know who he blocked. AWP limiting responses on Instagram. Tumbleweed from all members. Chaos Cyber. So I guess like they're limiting comments and stuff like that.
Not surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think that would be your first thing you would do. I would probably think like at this point you'd probably shut off comments at this point.
Dude, this has got to be a PR nightmare. It's got to be a PR nightmare.
Of course it is. Are you kidding me?
I know, and like
HR, all the R's, nightmare.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
HR, PR, MR.
Any kind of relations, basically, yeah. Like
legitimate.
resources and relations. It's gonna suck.
Yeah,
this is awful.
A lot of YouTubers are going to just start deleting all their videos with him in it. Like, I can just imagine to just like mass delete or cut like parts of him out if he gets convicted. It will be like
blur his face and everything.
Because of all the dick writing they've done, you mean?
Oh my God. So I don't remember who came up earlier and said that he's like a celebrity. Why isn't the news reporting it? He's not a celebrity.
He's a celebrity on YouTube, but not a real celebrity.
No, he's a celebrity in this tiny corner of YouTube.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know, so people got to keep that in mind. It's not going to be on the news until he's charged or something, right?
It's only been indicted. Maybe once it goes into court.
Yeah, exactly. Then maybe, but like otherwise, he's not.
And it's only going to be a small blip. It's not going to be like Bernie Madoff.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Epstein.
See, I couldn't listen to all of it at the store because obviously the content was pretty serious, right? And there's people around me, and I didn't have my earbuds, so I was like, I can't just let this play in my cart while I grab like cheese and ham off the shelf. Like,
hell yeah, you can. Hell yeah, you can.
I totally play. I play Queen Bee all the time when I'm shopping. Like she's live, like clockwork. She's live on Saturday morning
too.
And I put her on, and I don't even care because sometimes I don't even bring earbuds because I don't like this.
I could just imagine like hearing the Bullhorn Betty like on a
Oh my God! Yes.
Like in the supermarket.
Oh Lord.
Hey, my town was going crazy over that shit.
Oh, there's echo. There's some echo.
Yeah, there is an echo.
Hello.
I think it was Kate. When Kate moved her microphone, it stopped. Oh,
it's probably because my mic was close. I muted, and then it might be mine.
Amateur mistake, Kate. You should know better.
It wasn't doing it earlier, so
amateur hour over here.
More people came on. It wasn't doing it earlier.
Was it you or sometimes Cap's fan does it? It's like a fan blowing. Sometimes it does it a little bit.
Yes, because I'm hot as fuck, dude.
I know.
All right. All right. I'll turn it.
No, it may not be you, baby. I just didn't know if that's what she heard, you know.
I kind of have one.
When I was in the store, though, okay, so I couldn't listen all the way, so I had to turn it off, and plus my phone was dying, and I was trying out the stupid Kroger app for the first time, and I had to save it so I could get my coupons when I checked out. So I was screwed, couldn't listen anymore, and then I listened to like 2 seconds when I got to the car, and I heard a part that really bothered me because at first I was thinking he was a kid, like he was like 10 or 11, 12, like that he was just a couple years older than her. And then I hear that he was driving a Volkswagen Beetle, like he was older. Yeah, I'm like, what? Oh no, that's terrible.
Sorry, hit my microphone. That was not anger. It was just me moving.
That was karma for you calling Kate an amateur.
That is true. That might be 100% true. But yeah, basically, he was 16 or 17 at the time.
He was 17. He was born in 75. You do the math. He was 17.
Yeah.
He tried to soft pedal it to everybody that he was 12 and she was 9.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's fucking
I mean, like, yeah. Anything else like that? I mean, like, I think it's like, it's really bad. I mean, it's really bad.
There's no way to explain it by anything other than it's fucking gross and disgusting.
Yeah.
There's no way other to explain it. There's no justification. None of that. Without consent, he assaulted a very young child.
Yeah, and there's no question because you can't give consent when you're 9 years old.
No.
There's no one in the world that would argue that point. You'd have to be.
It's not even like it's not like he's charged with statutory rape, meaning it was against the law. He is, I'm sorry, statutory R. It's not like he's charged with that. He's charged straight up with child R.
So here's my thing. Like, I haven't got to read every single word of the emails or anything, so I'm not quoting verbatim and I'm not saying anything about anything, but like, I think it kind of bothers me that he's like, "Oh, I hope this helps you heal." Like, what the fuck does that mean?
That
Totally
response.
gaslighting her.
That is
Like,
gaslighting from a perpetrator. That is all that
Yeah,
is. That is
so let me
gaslighting
finish
from
my
your
sentence.
perpetrator.
Let me finish. So you are a 9-year-old, and they finally have the balls to say something to you as an adult, and it's like he dented her bumper or something, or he accidentally spilt wine on her wedding dress. Like, oh, I hope that helps it get all better now. I just think that he's just not that smart. There's no way somebody that's even halfway intelligent is going to think that that would fly. I can't with
He
that.
could be just very arrogant and also kind of a narcissist a little bit. Like that could be.
Oh, so he just thinks that that's like.
Can you imagine watching everybody think he's a saint? Like if she follows him like on YouTube, because I think there was a comment made about how everybody thinks you're such a great person, and I got the impression that she was like totally like mistreated amongst other family members for coming out about it, and like
You're right.
I'd seen a couple comments about like she's because people are already trying to have this fit the conspiracy theory narrative of the Truckee way. And
are you serious?
no, they are. No, they really are. That
Oh
he's
my God.
they want to silence him and blah blah blah, right? So because he knows the truth about Kylie, right? So there were some comments saying like she just now that he's famous, like she's speaking out. You know what? If my cousin did that to me and I was mistreated amongst family members for coming out, and then I had to watch him be low-key famous and be portrayed as some saint, you damn right I'm gonna fucking piss all over that.
She did come out. That's what Dietz came up and said. She did come out on the Reddit thread and say, I couldn't come forward until I had confirmation in the emails, and then anybody he named has come forward and stepped up on my behalf to speak out with me.
Oh, so she's in that Reddit thread too, Voices?
Yes, ma'am. Dietz just read her today.
Oh.
She, because people said exactly what Cappy was saying. Like, oh, so you waited till he became famous. And then she's like, no, otherwise it was my word against his. Now it's, he admitted to what I said he did to me. And other family members are now standing up to support what I'm claiming.
I had to go bed shopping, and we had a birthday party in the family and all kinds of stuff today. So I've been in and out literally all day. So I
Me
didn't.
too.
I guess I missed
No worries. That's why I stayed up here to help.
So
catch everybody up.
So like, dude, you know what? So I emailed them.
You sound like me right now, Cappy.
Yeah,
I know, because I've
bad,
been in and out. I've had a bunch of stuff to do today too. So like, anyways, so she was there some correspondence through their email on their website?
Not on the web. Well, she emailed the Adventures with Purpose business email.
Okay.
And then he answered her back on that, and then she posted the emails on Reddit, I guess.
Because those emails are like there's something at the bottom talking about how you legally can't share them, because I emailed them on their website to ask about Ryan's donation, which I really didn't care too much about his donation and whatever, but I just wanted to see what they would say, because that was at the point where Ryan was like, just ask Adventures with Purpose. So I went and asked, and they were like, well, we don't discuss donations, which I totally get, because
okay, so since you brought it up, do you think if he did, he's going to want that money back now? Since you brought it up, because that's what I was wondering.
I was thinking about him too, because he's like a total freaking AWP dick writer too.
And then I was
too bad AWP support team.
Song.
Queen Bee.
Okay.
Queen Bee, check your donation. It's very surprising.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't going to be the one to bring it up, but that was one of my thoughts.
You know what? I heard him come into I believe it was the glare he went into, and he said the same thing. Hi, check it.
How you doing, check it?
I just like, you can go out onto Reddit, but that was the big thing. Like, it does seem that she got all of her ducks in a row before she took this public, because she got him to admit what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like it wasn't just once, it was numerous, and it also sounds like there might be more. The way when I was reading it, it's alluding and open ending to, like, this might be a thing in their family. And so that would understand why Jared, if he too is a victim of this, thinking that it was okay to do, skewed moral compasses happen. I hate the fact that we're having to defend this, because I'm sorry, in my mind, someone that violates someone else, that's the lowest form of being a human. You don't go into somebody's bubble and take what's not yours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
it seems he alluded to it happening to him as well, and it was almost like he was. It was almost like he was saying that to be like, "Oh, I'm a victim too." Like,
yes, multi-generational.
That is exactly why he said it. That is exactly why he said it. And see, like that, even though that there's truth to that,
Ooh, that would make him a narcissist.
the age gap though, the age gap between them, like it paints a different picture. Like, I understand it, but like, you going public with that is very manipulative to your supporters.
Right now, especially.
Yes. Right now,
he
especially.
tried to make it like he was 12 at the time, and then she was like, "No, you were 17."
Hey, I just got a phone call. I got to hop off. I'm really sorry.
Voices.
I got to hop off.
See you around, voices. See you around.
All right, Chick, thank you for coming up.
Queen, you got a super chat from Check It TV, and I put it just in case you missed it.
I didn't see it. Is it?
Yeah, I put it in the private chat. You can just read it off.
Okay, hold on one second.
And it says it right there. I decided to cancel my AWP thing. Yeah.
I feel sorry for the girl. This is not going to be pretty.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty. That's for sure. It's not going to be pretty for anyone. People that worked for the company, that guy, his family, this woman. This is it has to be done, but it's definitely going to be a devastating event. I mean, definitely has to be done, but it's got to definitely be devastating a lot of people's lives.
Okay, my little one came out. So hold on. I decided to cancel my AWP channel membership today. I can no longer support this organization. Thank you for being brave and covering this.
And that was from the actual Check It TV. The one that went to the river and I got the laptop. I checked. Just to let you know.
Oh, wow. No shit, man.
Well, that's got to be hard for him because he's really.
Oh, you're scratching, Dave.
Uh-oh. I think it's because I just got home. I'm going to switch devices.
Okay. Yeah, that has got to be hard for him because we definitely did some couple of videos, especially Cappy. Throw Cappy under the bus.
What's up?
No, the real Check It TV donated. Did you read the message?
I did.
Yes. So Cappy,
you're gonna
have to rescind your no.
Oh no.
But anyway, like I agree with them. Like you can't really support an organization unless they clean house. So I actually agree with them with that one.
I mean, like no one can take away from them that they provide a very valuable service, but it's like you can't. Like I forget who it was. I think it was Good Egg who was talking about like, even though they do X, Y, and Z, it kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because they do such a good thing. Well, this is not one of those things.
And he
I mean,
alludes to the fact that his coworkers know too, which
yeah,
you
he
know,
said his coworker, one of his employees, actually said in Ickamil's interview that he's told the story.
mhm.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
he warned all his coworkers about it and was open with them about it, and they all knew about this.
yeah, they knew that it was like him. He changed it, like he made it look like, I think he made it look like he was 12 years old at the time or some shit.
Yeah, he made it seem like it was different than it was. It sounds like that he was much younger.
Yeah.
But I gotta hop down, guys.
It's so gross.
I'll be in chat.
All right. See you, Kate.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.
I don't know what's wrong with my freaking spell check. I can't spell worth a shit, damn it.
Should you announce that to 400 people watching live?
I know. So if you see me misspelling things in the chat, you know why.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, I can't with myself.
That's just crazy. It looks like if you have not been accused, charged previously to dropping of the statute, that you can be charged at any time for certain essay crimes, and this is one of them. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Follow the grain. That makes sense. Texas Blue Pond. Absolutely. That's what Captain Napkin says. But she can't say it. She has to type it.
Yep.
She has to make it extra special.
I have to almost misspell it, and then
I don't get it. We might change a little bit of the subject. Do you have any other questions about this, or do you want to move to the Aaron Carter thing?
At first I was because I know the internet can run away with some crazy shit, and I was just wait a minute, what kind of proof do we have? What's going on with this? And people get mad at me when I react like that to allegations, but those are very serious allegations, and there needs to be proof. And you can't just say, oh, well, this victim said they did it, so I'm going to call this person an R word, or I'm going to call this person. Yeah, I do not play that.
I'm more of very fearful of certain saying that, because I know the ramifications for it. One, you could hurt someone's livelihood, their life. Two, you could set yourself up to be sued to oblivion. So I'm there better be some court documents, or
well, I've known people in life that have made false allegations to ruin people's lives on purpose. Yeah. So, and that kind of made me jaded. And it's not like I get in the victim's face oh, you're a liar. No, but especially in a pub, on a public platform, on social media, if you bring things like that out, that's whoa, wait a minute. Okay, what are you saying?
Yeah. When I first heard it, I was like, where is these documents? Because I need to read them. And the email, I'm saying it could be true. I'm probably 80-90% sure that email is true in my opinion, but it could still be altered. It could, you never know with emails, what I mean?
And I'm not crazy about that guy. I am not crazy about Jared. I think that I love the service they provide, but I felt like they were very irresponsible and didn't take any accountability for being irresponsible regarding Jagger.
Also, I didn't like how he just kind of jumps and just, I remember a friend of mine was streaming, she was streaming when the first took out the car, and she was a member, and she was actually streaming and then going through and commenting about it. And then he literally a chat of 50 people, he jumps in and says, I'm going to flag your channel.
Yeah, fuck you. Come on, really?
Literally, and then she's freaking out because the situation. But yeah, it's
I know he's a verified user, even with his check mark and all, saying I'm gonna flag you. Really? For 50 people seeing it?
Yeah, for a channel that has 1,000 subs or something.
They're on a shoestring budget though, so I get it.
And it's my understanding is you can, from Sherry, is that woman with the voice?
Cher, yeah.
She said if you have a membership, you can do something like that.
Because you purchased it, and you could say you only purchase the membership for 1 month, and you can play it for a month. But
yeah, so
yeah, I didn't know about that, but that kind of makes sense though.
Yeah, and you think someone would not be jumping into a bunch of streams where it's 50 people or 20 people or 30 people. It's okay, bro,
yeah.
Is there better things you could do with your time to make money? Oh my God, 20 people, I guess. I mean,
He was charged on paper, right?
Yes, we showed the court documents. We have the court document. I can show you again the court document.
No, I believe I saw that already, but I saw a question in the chat, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, there is no way we would say that he was indicted without court documents, because I do not want to be sued to oblivion. So does no one else on this chat. So yes, he is.
No one else wants to be. Nobody wants to be financially fucked.
Yeah, we don't want a Jared financially fucked video on Queen Bee. Though it would be entertaining to see like 2 of them, but no, we do not want that. So yes, he has been indicted for these charges, and it is 100. It's 100%. Is he guilty? No, we don't know. That's for the courts to decide.
Right.
That's for the system. But he has been indicted, and there is enough evidence to indict him on that. Is there enough evidence to convict him? We don't know. But it's definitely going to, even if he doesn't get convicted, it's going to be a fucking cloud over his head, because now people know in the true crime community. It's not a gigantic community. So everyone's going to be like, should we invite this guy on, or should we like just ignore this organization and even talk about them?
You know, I don't know. A lot of things I really, really was like, I'm not going to say looked up to them, but really was just like, wow, they do such great work, you know. And when the stuff happened with the Kylie Rodney case with Jagger, and the way I saw them going on panel, just totally implying that this kid had something to do with his ex-girlfriend or girlfriend's, you know, disappearance and passing. It was just like, it was sick to me. I really, really, really didn't like hearing that. And then, you know, hearing their executive producer talk about how careful they were what they put in the video because it could potentially ruin someone's life, told me that they knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, and also how he kind of screws up. Like, did you hear about how he was charged? He was he had to pay a fine for a pump and dump scheme that he did in 2001.
Oh yeah. I don't know. And there's something about his nice, hey, I'm Jared, what's up, guy? I don't know. Something about him.
He also doesn't have a very good name, because if we can remember the other Jared.
Oh no.
The Subway guy.
No. Oh,
Jared,
no.
I would suggest people change their kid's name from Jared for the next couple of years. Let's just say that much. Might want to change it to John, Jack, any of those names, not Jared.
Okay, Gretchen. I think I'm subbed to your channel. Hold on a second.
Okay, cool. Let's look at like Social Blade to today.
No, I was thinking the same thing, Tim. I was thinking before I got up on panel, I was like, maybe I should go check out the old Social Blade, see if anything's happening there yet.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like people with a blind allegiance that are like, no, they just want to destroy him. Like, yeah, I'm not even talking about the Truckee Way people either. Like,
Truckee Way, you gotta rap the song, the Truckee Way, yo.
The Truckee Way, yo, people. You know.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the J-Rod's On Points video about this. God. It's gonna be very entertaining.
Well, that Lake Time guy already came out with his quote unquote unpopular opinion. Hey, I have the market cornered for unpopular opinions, buddy. Don't even try me.
You absolutely do.
Unsolicited advice and unpopular opinions.
Absolutely. Let me see. I'm trying to look for what the sub numbers are. Let me see. Video views. Let's see if views have dropped or anything. Okay, no views have dropped. What's the last 30 days? And it is 10. Yeah, maybe it's too soon, but I don't see a drop in subs yet. So maybe we'll see tomorrow. Let me see Adventures with Purpose.
Oh God, I literally just can't. I can't.
I don't know, man. Another thing is I don't know. I'm waiting for more people to come on because I have absolutely, and I'm just telling this to people now because I have zero idea about this singer that we're talking about, Aaron Carter.
I wouldn't think that the Social Blade would update in less than 24 hours, would it?
Yeah, no, it wouldn't. So I was just checking. I was like, okay, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't look like, I'm looking at their YouTube, it doesn't look like they lost significant subs today. Well,
I won't lie,
one.
I wasn't really shocked about Aaron Carter, man.
I have no clue who Aaron Carter is. I'm sorry. I listen to violin music. I know that's weird, but that's the type of music I listen to. Queen, you got a super chat. You got heels in the air. Cusco, I love you. Cusco, I love you, Queen. I think that girl.
Thanks for the super chat, guys.
Yeah, I think that girl's better at reading super chats than me. Way better.
Yes, thank you. Let me see here. What does it say?
You got two.
Thank you, love. Heels in the air. Let's see here. What's this other one here, Roxy? Just showing support to your amazing platform. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Does anyone know? You want to jump to the Aaron Carter?
I know I've gotten 2 messages to drop my links, but you girls have been dropping them, so I haven't really. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I've been dropping the links every so often, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and it's pinned on my page wherever too.
Yeah,
so
anyone could jump up. I wish people would jump up. It'd be very interesting to hear other people's opinions too.
Yeah, I like when people come up, or new people, you know, that come up and chit chat.
I kind of also like the crazy ones when they come up because it makes it very entertaining.
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you, listen to the freaking violin music is some nutball shit, dude.
Exactly.
Whatever.
I like violins because it just has a different sound than pianos. Also, the cello. The cello's good too.
Oh, Tim, we gotta do some work on you, man.
I don't like today's music a lot of times. I mean, like, I don't know.
Willow coming in hot.
There he is.
I think we got a super chat. I'm just kidding.
You got to have the pig dance for us. We got to have the pig dance for the super chats.
Cappy, I used to like you until today. You seen that fucker on that other channel jumped all in my shit for no reason, and you didn't even try to help me out, man.
Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see that. What happened?
I don't know. I don't know who that motherfucker was, but they jumped all in my shit, and I was like, hey, fuck you. I mean, they're telling me to move out of my own state. I was like going, fuck off. You were over there. This is on Laura's
I
shit.
did not see that because I would have jumped their shit.
I was like, God damn it.
No, I don't. I don't defend all my friends because I feel like a lot of them, like, I don't know. You're different though because I feel like
I hadn't even said a word to them or nothing. I just said, Laura.
I feel like you don't get in the shit. That's kind of what I mean. Like you don't ever.
You know,
he never gets in the drama and shit. He's always really nice and it's like.
If I got something bad to say about you, I will say, hey, can I get your email or whatever? I'll do it offline. I ain't going to do it.
Is that why you've asked for my email? Is that why you asked for my email 15 times?
Who was jumping in your shit?
I don't know. Is somebody close to... There's a...
Why the hell are you in their fucking chats?
I was over at Laura's chat watching about... what's that? The lady y'all were making fun of nodding off. You weren't on.
Oh, Molly.
We're talking about Molly, but it was somebody in Laura's chat that you're talking about, right?
Right. I don't even know who the fuck they were. It wasn't nobody in your chat. I mean, it was over there, and I never seen this person before. I was like, you know what?
They need to sit down.
Kathy was in there. There's 2 or 3 other people in there. I'm like, man, nobody's got my back. I'm like, I
over here. She should have you, but when something like that happens on her panel, you should, message her and say something about it, or email her so that she can,
I would have done something, buddy, if I seen it. I didn't see it.
I'm giving. Kathy,
I know you're giving me shit. I know you're just playing. I know.
You're just trying to make your.
No way. I appreciate that. Thank you, honey.
Yeah, you're just gonna try to make your exposed video on Cappy.
I know. I can feel it coming. He told me I got one coming. Cappy exposed. That's
Cappy,
it. All over.
Instead of blessings, condemn him. Condemn him to the
I will.
I was gonna
send him to California.
On her damn. Well, remember her avatar last night? I was gonna make one up today. And I said,
"Oh my god!"
He
asked me. He's like, can you make me a mugshot of yourself? And I'm like, I could do you one better and give you a real one.
Oh, no. I got the authentic, bro. This ain't a print, huh?
I got the authentic. I'll give you the
probably-
one.
I got a
I'll
few
give you
of
the
them
one where I
fucking
turn myself in, where my hair's brushed and everything. So
Yeah, I like Santana.
It is always different when you turn yourself in. You can pretty
those
yourself up
mugshots
a
turn
little
out
bit before
way
you go in.
better.
You ain't got to go in all teary-eyed and shit, looking all half
Oh
bald
my
and sad and
God.
shit like the Turtle King.
Oh my God, my hair tied in a knot because they took my hair bands and shit.
That's so man. He be happy to have some shit to tie tonight. He look about bald and scared.
Oh, I didn't know he was a hatfish.
Oh, he's
I
a
had no idea.
Oh,
What the hell you
yeah.
talking about?
A hatfish
A
is a
hatfish.
man that's bald but wears a ball cap all the time, so you don't know it.
Oh, hell.
Like some people just get away with that look anyway. Like people, I'm convinced if Kenny Chesney took his ball cap off, nobody would recognize him. If you took the hat off that dude or Tim McGraw, you wouldn't recognize him.
Queen, you got another super chat, by the way?
Well, I did have a friend of mine ask me. They asked me about when I went to Kid Rock's concert. They said, "Is that fucker bald?" I said, "No." They said, "Well, he's always wearing a hat." I said, "Well, I wear a hat all the fucking time too." I said, "Fuck that shit, man."
I think he's kind of baldish, Kid Rock, maybe.
Well, see, he's fortunate though. He's tall enough. Even if he is, you wouldn't know it. Like I was so disheartened when I found out I was standing in the back. Like, cause I'm like, Dolly's height, and I got all these friends of mine, like our guitar players, like 6'5". I'm like, how the hell ain't none of y'all say nothing? Y'all just let me walking around this sumbitch looking like James Taylor. Ain't nobody gonna say shit. Ain't nobody gonna say, hey, bro.
It's like the Brett Michaels and those damn
and the
Danas.
bandana theory. That's
Yes.
not,
This is
not
not
real
that
hair.
Kimberly said, I stand with and believe all survivors. Unfortunately, we at times fall victim to other survivors who never found their way out of learned behavior. Peace to all of us. Thank you, Kimberly Rose.
I had to come on here for a minute. I was about to jump out of a fucking window watching this football game. It's been a horrible night for college sports. God almighty.
Oh, Lord.
Get the hell out of here. Shit. I done broke one TV.
How are you, Ellie? Ellie, what's
Hey
up?
guys.
Hi.
Are you guys still talking about what I find so interesting about AWP? I don't know if you guys have moved on yet. Like I always found that Jared was always like kind of like in the background, and I always felt like why is he not like he's the owner? Why is he not more vocal?
Well, I said that earlier. I'm telling you, that was you go back about 2 videos ago. He did this big introduction of this new face you've been seeing around. He says, "I want to introduce, our new, CEO."
Yeah.
And then this last video, the CEO sits down and talks. That's why I think he knew this was coming, because he's fixing to kind of step back and be way in the background. I think that's why he brought a third team in. I think that's why he brought new video producers, editors. I think that's where the CEO comes from. He knows he can't dodge this. Not in AWP live on. If he stays on with AWP will be forever tarnished.
If it's true, he needs to walk away or he destroys them. That's all there is to it.
I mean,
or step back and be invisible, like Willow's saying. Yeah.
Way back.
Way back.
Now, sadly, do I think their numbers drop from this? No, I don't. That's what I was saying in the chat. If Dolly can muster up a militia with 20K that will blindly watch him smack a woman, what the hell do you think he can do? Well, no. With 3 million people, that you ain't hurting that, because the vast majority of people that watch YouTube just come on and watch their favorite creator. It's a smaller niche market that keeps up with the behind the scenes of their favorite
There's a
creators.
big difference between that woman who was out there cursing like a sailor and the art of a 9-year-old. Well,
oh yeah, drastic difference. Yeah,
so I think we may see a little bit more of a bump in the road if it is convicted and publicly true and all that,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how you can. I mean, aside from, I guess he kind of admitted some things. I mean, other than that, I don't see how you would convict this. You can up that statute all you want. 30 years down the road, that's tough, man. That's a tough stretch.
You can indict a ham sandwich like they say on TV.
That's what I said. Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
I said in the chat. I said in the chat. I said they'll indict a pineapple, dude. Grand juries just like to indict everybody.
Yeah, but I would say that they would need to have more than just a witness statement and emails. They got to have something else. I mean, I can't think of you convicting of someone just because of a couple of emails.
There's a difference between indicting and convicting, though, man.
Yeah, but I would think like the prosecutor wouldn't go forward with a case without the strong belief that they can convict. that they have a good chance of convicting. They wouldn't proceed with the case.
Indictments, the biggest thing with indictments is most indictments work in the sense that, you know, oh, I get to face my accuser. I mean, you kind of can, but usually on grand juries, it's basically a DA or an ADA walks in there and presents to a group of people that just assumes the police got the right person and they just sign off on it.
Yeah, but usually, like, I would say they wouldn't be that flimsy with the taxpayers' money, because you can imagine it's going to cost money to bring this case and filing and all that. So they would have to have a good preponderance of evidence to basically say, hey, we have enough to convict. We must have like a 80% chance or 70% chance of like conviction here. With civil suits, you're more like 60, you know, like that type of deal, maybe, you know, but they have to have something beyond that. And that's why I'm like wondering do they have anything else that supports this alleged R-ing? I mean, I'm saying alleging, I'm not discounting this victim's story, but I'm just saying alleging for the purposes of, because he hasn't been convicted yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
But they have to have more. They have to have more. And that's why I'm trying to think, you know, like, that's why I was like very stuck on that bio story about his life, because I'm like, you know, kids can preserve evidence, but that's suspicion. That's speculation, pure speculation.
They're just like everybody else, though, dude. Innocent till proven guilty.
Absolutely.
I will say this, though, too, is to people that think that he was kind of in the background dodging things. Now, I don't buy that, because if he was trying to dodge and hide from this, he wouldn't have done a damn press tour after the Kylie Rodney thing. He wouldn't have went on 1,700 YouTube channels. He wouldn't be picking fights with the damn police, because let's just be honest, it's a pissing contest every video, every town, everywhere he goes. It's a dick swinging contest with law enforcement. That's always been my problem with him. You wonder why the cops don't like you, because you come into town like an asshole.
Well, I think
they were trying to question their cops.
I think during that guy's interview, he was actually hired and then let go immediately. And his reason why he was let go was because they were going in a different direction at the Kylie Rodney thing, where they're going to train police. My guess is to train law enforcement on diving, as you know, type of deal. So maybe that's, I don't know if there's going to be like, they would have a huge fractured relationship with the police if they plan on actually being hired by the police to train them in diving. But I could be wrong. Whatever. Not new. I should change my name to could be wrong. Could be proven wrong by chat in 5 minutes. But yeah.
You know, like, I mean, sometimes I know it's fun and games, but I'm going to tell you, man, you go around just poking the bear with the police, you're kind of asking for it. That's why I don't think he was scared, because I actually went back after the Kylie Rodney thing and started watching some of their old videos from a couple years ago when they first started kind of getting involved in finding people in cold cases. And there was one video that just really jumped at me. It wasn't even just a couple of where they do that kind of standoff on the side of the camera thing and watch cops struggle to get this car, you know, lifted up out of the water and kind of talk shit about it. There was one where the cops came in and asked a couple of basic questions about, you know, have y'all worked with this before? Have you done this? Have you done that? And he literally turns and says, yeah, we'll be up here in the trailer if y'all need some experts. Oh, I'm just kidding. No, you weren't. No, the fuck you weren't. You were literally being a dick. So he's just a smug ass anyway. That I don't think matters if he gets, you know, charged with this or not. I think he's kind of an asshole. I thought he was an asshole before this.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, like, remember like how much hate we got when we criticized him? Like, we criticized him the whole college. We got like a lot of people that were pissed off.
Oh yeah, I did too. I did. It is the same comment every damn time by half the chat. I hope Willow never needs AWP. I fucking hope I don't too, jackass. No shit, you think?
I think Willow's been redeemed. He's been
yeah, I kind of feel like I've been vindicated now. How's your superhero's cape looking? Looks a little startish, doesn't it? Quit pedestaling assholes on YouTube. That's the lesson that you should take away from this, because it seems like every single one of them.
That's exactly
has a
it.
flaw.
They all, like, you put them up too high, they fall too far. Do you know what I mean? And like they put everybody put them up so
but not
high.
Us. Not us. You
No,
put us on a
no,
pedestal.
no, not
You can
all.
put
I
us
mean,
on a pedestal. I mean, I'll absolutely. I'm sure Queen, everyone here wants to be put on a pedestal. Cappy, you want to be put on a pedestal?
Well, we had to put Dolly on a pedestal so we could see over the steering wheel, but I mean, I'm sorry.
Dun-dun.
She's like,
thank you for coming out.
Thank you very much.
Like
Well,
that
you're gonna
girl's
show a night.
that girl is the girl with the giant cane that pulls you off the stage. She's just ready to pull you right off.
Oh, that big old shepherd took.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see
I know what you're talking about. Yes, that's funny. I don't know. I don't think that, and I don't mean this just to you, Willow, at all. But to me, like when these kind of things happen or allegations are brought out or whatever you want to label it, everybody's like, oh, well, I knew there was something off. Oh, I never liked him anyways. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I
And
definitely didn't think nothing like this. I'll say that.
well, yeah, right. Who did?
Nothing like
But
this.
it's just always kind of like almost, except for the fact that I didn't. He was my least favorite of all of them, just coincidentally, anyways.
He's a dick.
But it's like, maybe that was it. I don't know, but it just always makes me roll my eyes whenever people are like, I knew something was off. It's like, no, you fucking didn't. You paid for that Kylie release just like half the rest of YouTube did.
You know what?
Quit playing.
I was actually I liked them, and then I realized when I stopped my membership wasn't because of this, but it was because when I found out that they upped the charges for the videos for and I was like, what the fuck? They ripped me off by $2? Fuck that.
Here's an even better one. In this last video series they just did, the 3-part series, they know they finally had to quit talking shit about cops. So this just floored my ass. There's a scene where they're standing there watching the car get pulled out, right? And it goes over to this woman that's just trashing the cops forum that basically says, I don't know why they have experts like AWP here and they're just hell-bent on doing this themselves. It's such a, she's basically implying it's a macho thing. But then you read the caption underneath it, right? It says ex-coworker. Ex-coworker? So now you had to pull somebody else, an ex-coworker from 18 years ago that knew him all of 30 minutes to talk shit about the cops because, people are tired of hearing you talk shit about it. You had to really dig deep to find somebody to come talk shit about the police today, didn't you?
I also liked, because there's one remark on the, one moment. I almost destroyed the chat. Let me see. Someone said, KN family says, Jared is no longer CEO. He stepped down weeks ago. So he probably knew this was coming down the pipeline. So that's probably why he stepped down.
That's what I was talking about. There was a new hire. They introduced that new
she
CEO
literally said to him, thank you for admitting it in writing. How long do you think it took her after that to go on with it? Like 3 seconds?
Yeah.
4 seconds?
Yeah, I agree with you, Cap. I'm not Cap. I'm that girl. I agree. Cappy's quiet. That girl is talking. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Cappy's being exposed right now by Texas.
Exactly. I'm too busy getting exposed.
She's making her video reply as we speak about Texan. True
That's
Texan.
right.
He doesn't live in Texas. He lives in California.
And you may be right.
He's a Californian. Yep.
That's what he said about moving out of Texas. I was thinking, shit, none of them San Francisco and Silicon Valleyers keep infiltrating Texas. I'd move anyway, bro.
The only lie I've told on this fucking stream or any other stream is my age.
Whoa.
And it's not to benefit me. I mean, I told Texas Bonnet that because she knows. Other than that, fuck it. I don't want
that girl.
They can go through it out. It's like, fuck it. But no, I do live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area along with about 12 million other motherfuckers. So
yeah, tell them.
That girl was like, "Whoa." That shit. Oh my god! I love you all.
Side eye.
No, I found one person trying to narrow me down already.
Yeah, who was that evil person?
And there was a fucker on here the other night, Queen. Goddamn, you let somebody up on live and they weren't doing nothing but asking a bunch of fucking weird questions of shit before you threw them off. And you told them, I don't even know who you are. And they were asking,
oh, yeah. Who was that?
Who was that fucking trolling motherfucker?
I can't remember.
Because the live doesn't.
It was like Stranger Danger. Stranger Danger.
Haven't we already had that today? I'm just gonna say it. Yes, we already had that today. Danger Badger.
Bad Badger.
Bad Badger.
He was actually pretty cool. He wasn't.
Okay, that's not the same guy.
No, that can't be.
No, this wasn't today. This was last night or the night before last. But he was fucking weird. He was like asking like lawyer police kind of question bullshit of who's who and who's this and what's
Like,
that.
what are you, the fucking cops? I know, like, shut up, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say like let me go check my paralegal license.
You get some people like might try to trip you up. You get some people that actually try to trip you up sometimes, maybe, and try to get like things like that. And Paceless says, I think Paceless. I was trying to read Paceless' comment, but
Is it Packless?
Packless. Thank you. Because
I'm like every time somebody says his name different, I've heard Packless, Packless, Paceless. Like what the Jones, dude?
Jones. Hell, he says, oh hell no, I was on AWP's ass from the get-go. That trash. So I believe him. He was on their ass. He was absolutely.
Who said that? I was too, and people didn't like me for it either.
You and Packless Jones are from the same jib.
People get so mad at you if you said anything about AWP. Oh my God, it's like,
dude, they get mad at you if you say about something about anybody they don't like or that they like, even if it's true, even if it's just like, I don't know that person, I don't trust them. Suddenly you're Satan. Literally, that was an experience I had recently.
Well, they're treating them like gods, like that they could
bring
do no
closure to the
wrong.
family.
And they
I hope you never need them.
Yeah, and I read.
Exactly. I've read that so many times, Willow.
That's what they say to me every time. It's like they bring closures to family. I hope to God you never need them. I'm like, I sure as shit do too. I mean,
that seems like a robot. It seems like a robot line that they were just programmed to say. That just constantly say the same fucking thing. Like realize you can criticize people for fucking up, even if they do good things. I mean, like,
right?
Of course,
I mean,
we're human.
The police do good things too. They arrest bad guys. You can still criticize the police. You can still criticize people that do good things.
Nobody's beyond reproach. Exactly. Like,
let's point out that not every strong following or stan on YouTube constitutes a cult. That gets thrown around so much, and I know this is going to sound dramatic, but for all the people who actually lost their lives drinking the Kool-Aid, it just seems so dismissive. It's just like grouping and maybe a little bit of gang mentality, but to every single creator that has a following, it's like a cult.
You know what? I watched I was thinking about doing like a cult series on my channel, right? Yeah. And I was looking into fucking Jim Jones in the Kool-Aid, and it was actually like Flavor Aid. It was the cheap shit.
Oh,
and
no.
It was grape. And anyway, but a lot of them didn't drink it. A lot of them were injected and got murdered. Like, it was really bad. Like,
yeah,
really
some of that was
bad.
definitely forcefully. Not
It's making me worried that you're actually looking this up.
The internet has made
Oh no, I'm sure I'm on a list. I'm pretty sure.
Tribalistic.
No, but I mean, what you brought up is people need to go back and look at that. The Branch Davidians and those people in California that all like dressed up in some kind of weird shit and laid down and committed suicide. I mean, they're like they were going to the next world bullshit.
Yes, they thought they were going to board a ship.
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
The Heaven's Gate
careful with
one?
this word, yo. Heaven's Gate, yes, that is exactly who it is.
That was the weirdest thing ever. They had like money, like a $10 bill in their pocket or a $5 bill in their pocket. They were going somewhere. Yeah.
We had another group somewhere like Southwest Texas. This pastor who had a whole bunch. He was pulling the pedophile shit, I think. Or
P word.
Yeah, you keep saying the S word and the P word, and you're just dropping it and dropping it. You got to watch your mouth, yo.
That's the first time I've ever said that on this channel.
Oh yeah, I just want to make sure.
No, I'm saying consecutively in a row. That's 2 flag words. We just all have to be careful, Texan. That's all.
But anyway, there was that one dude down there, and they busted him. But it's like those groups. Some of them are pretty kind of nuts, man.
I'm trying to think who you're talking about.
I can't think of the name of that group.
Was he marrying the young girls? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. He's talking about Waco, right?
No, Branch Davidians. This was somewhere like way out in the middle of nowhere.
And it wasn't that long ago, was it?
Is that the Nexus one?
The FLDS people?
I don't know.
I think they were fundamentalists, yes. I think they were fundies.
What's his face? And he he told all the men in the cult that they couldn't like sleep with their wives anymore.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he had a bunch of child
Yeah,
child
I
brides,
think
and he
so.
like he did it to one of his daughters too, and she was on Chasing Polygamy and stuff too. But
Warren Jeffs.
Yeah, you're
That
talking
wasn't
about
him.
Warren
think
Jeff's
that's the name,
kids.
yeah, there you go,
Yeah,
Warren
Warren
Jeffs.
Jeffs, yeah.
But that didn't happen in Texas, did it?
No, that was in Colorado City, in Arizona, I think it is, or Colorado. But do you guys have you guys heard of this cult? They were on Dr. Phil, and they're called Love Is One.
No.
And recently, like probably about 10 months ago, their leader died, and they were in I think they were in Colorado, and their leader died, and they left her in the house and made a shrine out of her body. They all got taken to jail
Wow.
for tampering with a corpse. Like they put makeup on her and shit. Like did all kind of weird shit. God, people are so fucking weird, dude. And they still go on live streams and talk about how, how like she was God, and she saved everybody and all this weird shit. It's too much, dude. Oh my God, people are so weird.
People want to believe in shit, man.
They want to belong to something. I mean, look at Scientology, for fuck's sakes.
Fuck,
Sorry.
I don't want to belong. I don't want to belong to like fucking lies. Like I think that's so weird. I don't know. I guess people. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter.
You know how pissed some of those people have to be when they go through all the phases of Scientology and then get told about the lit god? They've got to be
Xenu.
so mad.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. But
Did
what
it
do you
happen
guys-
in Texas, McKenna? I wasn't sure. And I went to look up and it wasn't easy. So I was like, F it.
Yeah. What do you guys know about Aaron Carter, though? Like, what's the details you know about that?
Is there any details out yet? The only thing I know is that he was found deceased in his bathtub, correct?
Yeah, but what is this like? I don't know jack shit about his like. Why is he famous? Like, what songs has
I think
he written?
his brother was like a Backstreet Boy,
I was going to say, I don't think he's famous at all, is he? He tried to do.
His
I mean,
brother was. Yeah.
yeah, his brother was.
was
Nick was famous, but I mean, Aaron
Yeah.
tried to do music, but it was fucking horrible. It was awful.
Well, he was back
famous
from
when
the
he was, like,
Disney
9 or
shows.
10.
Yeah, he was one of the Disney Club kids, you guys.
Yeah, he was like famous
Oh.
between like 10 and like 13. He was the cute little brother that did some like early Justin Bieber before there was a Justin Bieber. So he was
And he
famous
was
and
in
had some platinum
several
records.
movies and stuff. He was in several movies and stuff.
And I think
But-
I think he got his, I think he was, I don't know. I think he was famous because of his brother, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know much about him like that, but I know that he acted a fucking fool a lot of times.
There you go.
And he was on live and shit with his guns, and the people, he would go live on Instagram all the time, and people would call the police on him all the time. And they would have, like, his house was swatted a few times by people, and he would just act a fucking fool. And he was with, what's that, Posh Spice, one of the Spice Girls. He was with her. He was mean as hell to her. And on the live, he called her a fat ass. And he was just really fucking mean to her.
Well,
And
he's had raging addiction
it
issues.
Yeah, I mean, his fame definitely spawned from his brother, but then, Disney got a hold of him. He did have a platinum record or two, but I mean, he was pretty much already famous and broke again by 13 or 14. He, of course, blames his family for it. Then by the time he was about 17 or 18, the Backstreet Boys kind of died off. He basically relaunched his career as a dumpster fire streamer. I mean, that's pretty
much. I mean, there was a little documentary he did in between that. What was it about, like Lou Carter or something? They did that about Lou Carter with the boy bands, the boy band Con.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Lou Carter
but other than that, like
Definitely
I'm
good
looking, there's not much that he's done since like 2006. Yo, nah, I want someone to eat cheese with 2007, which is, who even knows what the hell that is.
But the Carterverse thing, like, it's a whole thing.
Cheese
Like, you
with.
can just-
Oh,
you can probably just YouTube Carterverse. Like, I mean, he has his own little-
Carterverse?
Oh yeah, that's what people call it. It's like his own little ethos. Like, he has like this cult following. It may only be a couple.
Yeah, he would
thousand
go
in each
live
chat,
on Instagram and
like, all the time.
but he's got like major long-term addiction struggles that he just, to best I can explain it, he just like really refused to acknowledge it and get help. And so he kept on in his ways of addiction and kept on in denial, and now he's dead. Yeah,
Okay.
nice person pie. People were watching a train wreck. That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It was literally like watching somebody's demise for the last 7 or 8 years. It was like a Kardashian thing, but take away all the glitz, insert trash fire. Like, I mean, that's literally what it was. And people loved it.
Yeah.
People ate it up. It spawned quite a few careers. There are quite a few bigger YouTubers now that came from the Carterverse. Most notably,
But
always, I think, of Trisha Licious.
he did have quite the childhood stardom, though. He really did. Granted, it could be argued, of course, that he got the opportunities he did because of his brother, but he wouldn't have kept receiving deals if he hadn't have had talent. You know, he just
He was talented. I mean,
he just couldn't pull it together, man. He was tortured. Yeah, exactly, SM, exactly.
Did you? Yeah. So he just basically just had like his brother was more successful than him, and then he just had to deal with his brother's success, and he dealt with his depression by drugs and stuff like that.
No, I think it actually stemmed more from some childhood abuse, honestly.
Oh, jeez.
Now, could the other have layered it on thicker? Sure, I don't know. I'm not him. But I think
he fought with his brother all the time, like lawsuits and stuff, and fought with the parents, accused the parents of stealing all his money. Like, the whole thing was weird.
there was a lot of drama. It wasn't that simple. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Well, some Kimberly Rose, I have to agree, because some addicts are in recovery. So,
Did you see? I didn't really know too much about him, and I was like, "What type of singer was he?" I didn't know if he was a singer or what. Like
pop.
a lot of people, he was in pop music.
All the music I remember him doing was pop. Maybe
like
he got
what's-
into
It's
some
all
rock,
pop.
but it's
Do you
all
have
like
like
pop.
a song? Like a song he
There's
played?
lots of songs. I Want Candy was pretty popular.
I
I'm trying to see. I'm looking. Yeah, I Want Candy was pretty popular.
I know I sound like an alien where I'm like, who is this man?
I'm looking at all the names. I was never a hardcore enough fan to know his songs by name. But I remember that Summertime may have been pretty popular.
Oh, I've heard of this song. I've heard of I Want Candy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just thought I never really figured out who sang it. I just heard the song in like the radio once in a while.
Yeah, McKenna, I agree. Their kids are little cash cows for them.
Yeah, I think like I would recommend any parents don't send your kids to Disney, like to be actors or anything, because it never ends well.
It never does it?
No, not at all.
They all get
Especially not out of
screwed up.
Disney. Disney
Shaving your
pumps them
head
out
and-
fucked up, man.
They
They
do
really
something to them.
do.
Yeah. All of them
Aguilera was
are
probably the most successful that came
right.
out relatively
Yeah.
unscathed.
Relatively.
Yeah, Britney
Yeah.
Spears was way more successful, but not unscathed.
Yeah, she is far from unscathed. She's got some problems.
Well, compared,
Yes.
I might even say Timberlake. Timberlake may have came out the most unscathed. But it wasn't as bad as a Britney or any of these cats. Like,
so what what type of drugs, like when he died, what type of drugs were they just said that he was on, or they didn't release that yet?
I don't know. I was curious if it would be like H or if it would be like benzos or the
I'm gonna
ever
guess
so
a
popular.
combination of pills.
Well, I'm guessing maybe something spiked with the P with a little bit of the fent, I mean, the F,
Oh, okay. So now
know how they make the pressed stuff these days, and they put fenton in almost everything. And I'm trying not to use the whole word, but y'all know what I mean. I'm thinking maybe he got a hot dose. I don't know. It's really sad. Maybe he just did his regular shit and his heart gave out. You never know.
Man.
Maybe he was sober and he had a seizure. Who knows? Did they say yet? Isn't it too early?
No. He's in the bathtub. That's it. Yeah.
That girl, I'm not being a smart aleck here, and I swear to God I'm not, because I watch all different kinds of channels besides crime or man drama, and I watch news and religious stuff and everything. somebody needs to put out a list of every word you can't say in code.
It's under term of service. What gets flagged?
Well,
There
damn, I
is a
mean, I
list
ain't
in
never read
term
the
of
terms of
service.
service of
But look, I'm
nothing
gonna
I've ever
look. Hold on. These are the ones I'm gonna put them in back chat. The ones that get it the most.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, because like there's lots of them. I mean, with other groups too.
There
Just
is.
like in the news, like the 19 was a big no. You say that, oh God, YouTube didn't like that shit.
Yeah, well, advertisers don't like controversy.
Those ones are like the most like that I can think of off the top of my head that you just. In some creators will even go as far as not to say the word murder. But
Yeah.
Queen doesn't do that. But the really hardcore
Right,
flaggable words are what I just typed in the back chat there. Those are hardcore flaggable words.
Okay, I got you.
And anything that would fall up under there. So it would be like that word or that I just typed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, I know, but I think today's the first day I effed up and said that.
Well, we normally do pretty. I also think what I noticed a few times, I was actually privileged enough to read the chat today, and when we've been talking about this, a lot of people are like, unfortunately, survivors and or still victims, and so we should also be respectful to try to tone it down for them too, because it's not really quite as heavy of a topic around here. Well, I say that and we talk about dead kids all the time, so maybe I'm just stupid. But
Yeah, I mean, we
judging
talk about
by
pretty
chat,
dark.
judging by chat, it was hard for several people today. So
yeah, but I just recently looked at the video Cinema the Shogun made, and he's going pretty hard. He's just released the video. It's pretty fucking hard. He went on
AWP.
Oh, it is hard. I mean,
Shogun did.
Yeah, he goes.
Queen,
really
can we watch
hard.
it? When did he put it out?
Yeah, I was gonna say we watched some of it last night. We I didn't watch all of it because I don't have his permission to play it all. So
Okay, I saw that clip.
It's like a 10-minute long video though. Y'all need to go watch it. But I was gonna I crossed over lines with Kate. She's actually live right now. Kate Does Crime. And I told her I was going to be ending this here soon anyways, so I'd be sending everybody over because we've been live twice and we're going on 3.5 hours now. So I told her, I said, if you guys, if you're going to be live for a little bit, and she said, yeah. And I said, well, it's 8:30 here. So I thought she went live at 9:30 my time. So I thought we still had another hour, but she's live now. So if you guys ain't subscribed to Kate Does Crime, go
Beehive Raid.
Yeah, also.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll do a Beehive Raid on her and go over there.
Let me go get her channel for everybody and put it in the chat.
Also, if you're in need if you want to adopt a lizard, she is open to give you a lizard.
Did she say she wants to get rid of her lizards, or are you just trying to get rid of her lizards?
Talking shit. No, she didn't.
You better quit trying to get rid of her babies.
Right. Those are her babies.
Yes. Okay, I'm posting Kate's link in the chat. And just make sure you go in with the Hive Raid, you guys. There's her link to her channel and chat.
Yeah, make sure you guys go subscribe to her and go hang out and stuff too. I'll be over there too for a little bit. I'm gonna go hang out with her, but I know there's a lot of people that are live that want to go live. We've been all tied up over here for a whole damn week, so
yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to go diddy bop around, go buzz around, and show some support to everybody. You know what I mean?
Said go diddy bop around.
Yes, we are. We're gonna be diddy bopping around. I'm done for the night. I'm tapping out, y'all. I'm done.
All right, I'll go bebop, baby.
Later, Gator.
We're gonna we'll go diddy bop around a little bit. We've been busy though. We had a long fucking day, you guys. We were on like 5-hour live earlier, 4-hour live now. I mean, shit.
And look at Aria. Are you gonna come back after, girl? She can't stay live 24/7.
She's got like a catheter.
Yeah, as I say, we'll go diddy bop around and go hang out with them.
Diddy skidoo bop over to Kate's, man.
Yeah, diddy bop over to Kate's. Kate Does Crime, and like I said, go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
This is what happens when you do like a 12-hour live. You start saying skidoo bop 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 bop, and I'm
smoke them if you got them. I'm tired. Fuck. I'm tired, you guys. Shit. It's been a long day.
I'm gonna diddy on Bon over there. I'll in a minute.
All right, I'll see you over there in a minute.
I'll see you guys.
I love you.
Bye.
I'll talk to you guys later. Thank
Nice
you
little
guys for
queen.
hanging
We'll see you in a
out.
minute, sweetheart. Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
baby. I'll talk to you in a little bit, or just a few
Yes, ma'am.
minutes then. Yep, I was gonna say go over there. Thinking of sending everybody some love in the chat. Thank you, and I appreciate the. I just got 2 PayPals. I think Miss Stone, that was one of them that you sent. I just wanted to tell you girls, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I just wanted to make sure to let you guys know, and everybody who sent super chats, everybody who came on the panel and hung out. I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for showing the Hive some support and hanging out. It's, you know, it's our channel. Y'all mean the world to me for real. So I appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Like I said, go sub up to Kate Does Crime. We're going to go raid her. We're going to go do a Hive raid on her here. So I'll see y'all later.
I've been on my own for 3 weeks now. I've been drinking every single bottle, Jim Beam down. You say I'm crazy, but I think you're just mad. You say I'm wild, what's so bad about that? Baby, we were good, like white wine going down. But only the whiskey can save me now. Only the whiskey can save me now. I walk a straight line, but it only brings me down. There's love in that bottle that I'm drinking down, drowning a heartache since you walked out. Only the whiskey can save me now. Only the whiskey can save me now. Even the preacher, he says he can't help me. I've been singing praise the Lord, hallelujah, but it don't set me free. You say I'm crazy, but I think you're just mad. You say I'm wild, but what's so bad about that? I've been seeing old lovers, but they can't keep the memories out. Oh, only the whiskey can save me now. Only the whiskey can save me now. Only the whiskey can save me now. Oh, I walk a straight line, but it only brings me down. There's love in that bottle that I'm drinking down, drowning a heartache since you walked out. Only the whiskey can save me now. Only the whiskey can save me now.